Top of the morning to you all.
Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out there, made a
Unwelcome your
big
thoughts,
smile,
family.
no handcuff our officers. Hold on, wait,
Hold
I
on,
think
wait.
they
Nation.
lost the script, we got some shooters.
Bow.
It's off the hip, yeah. Oh, chilling at the head of the table
We
where
bring
the
you guys a
bosses sit,
special
stunning
morning
everything in
episode,
sight,
raw
whether it's in the
recap.
bloodline or corporate.
Land of royalty. It's your brother HD. With my brother Razor.
Hold on, wait, I think they
Chicken
lost
tender
the script. We
salad.
got some shooters. Pow. It's off the hip. Yeah. Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight, whether it's in the bloodline or corporate. Walk me out the arena, big smile, no handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost.
Bow. Chat. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all. Yes, sir. My brother Razor. What's the word, man?
And new.
Oof. You got to put it on the screen. It's almost mandatory around here. We start with the ending of things. And right here was the ending of Raw. Man, we got new tag team champions. I've been asking for them belts to get out of purgatory for quite some time. They've been held up like a
Well, let's
robbery.
let's not jump that far down just yet.
Let's go. Come on, man. What we talk about? What we bringing to them, man? Razor, come on, man. I need that alley oop. What we doing?
Yeah, a lot went down last night. We
Man.
got spoilers. We got one hell of a fist fight. We got Dirty Dom being called a chicken tender slut.
Oh wait.
A lot went down.
I'm not gonna lie to it. And I missed it on the opening. Like last night, I didn't get to watch it live. I got to watch it this morning on my DVR. And I'm not gonna lie. It felt like one of those episodes I had to have seen live. Like they start off with CM Punk. CM Punk Razor. They starting off with CM Punk. Oh my.
Let's not forget, they're at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. And the first thing CM Punk sees is a gentleman wearing a New York jersey.
Mm,
And he said, you got some balls to wear that out here.
incredible. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised to see CM Punk start off because I'm like, where are we going with this? Last week we see Drew McIntyre attacking Sami Zayn, so I feel like okay, we know what's happening there. And then CM Punk comes out, Razor. How you feel about the words, the choice words he had tonight, my brother?
He hates that stupid song. What could I say? He's waiting for that stupid song to come out and play, interrupt him. He's waiting for the stupid song to just throw him off kilter and all that. He's waiting for it ready to go, call his name out, and he says, fuck it. I know where to get you out. Everybody chant my name.
Mm, I'm not gonna
He was
lie
on
too.
some bullshit
He
out the
was.
gate.
Yeah. Oh, and then the things he said to follow was like, you know what I'm saying? He calling Seth Rollins a wannabe, like he wants to be like CM Punk. He said nobody that could ever lace up them boots could ever be CM Punk, no matter how hard you dream. Oof.
Not only that, again, he's going down the road of the student and the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's looking at like the student was essentially the failure. The way
Mm.
he sees it, when he left and had his own little issues or whatever 10 years ago, he was at the top of the mountain. Seth was just a young buck. But before that, Seth was a little 16-year-old kid trying to do some lessons, whatever. But again, for whatever reason, never panned out. So he told him, I'm gonna give you this lesson for free. I'm gonna school you, I'm gonna work you.
Mm. But Seth Rollins' music hits. I
No, no, no,
do
no,
it.
no, no music.
No music.
No music.
Oh man, this is where like I'm so accustomed to the music. I felt like the music hit. I do
We
see him coming out from the stands though, and he says
we
why
heard
he's
we
coming
heard him
out.
chant CM Punk. We heard the little giggle, and then we see him in the crowd with the fans.
Mm,
And Punk says, "You are right where you belong with the rest of the CM Punk fans."
mm. But I'm not gonna lie, Seth Rollins' rebuttal towards everything was kind of slick too though. Like He was like, "Yeah, I'm over here with the fans to see if I could get a better perspective on you." And then he goes on to mention, "Well, I did something you haven't. I main evented WrestleMania."
And Seth would have, if we count the highest of the century, he's got what, two?
What I mean, if you want to include 40, the tag team match as a
I'm counting that one, and
okay.
then maybe the highest when he cashed in Money in the Bank.
hmm
But yeah, it's 2-0.
Mm. That enough was enough said to make CM Punk go out the ring.
And oh man, that was beautiful.
That was all CM Punk needed to hear, and that's again, I love the emphasis on that WrestleMania moment for Punk. Like that's something in his career and his story that's like been
One
evading
thing,
him. That one
one
thing,
thing, he's done it all, damn near. But that. But
and
I know, have we ever seen a pull apart where the pull apart is all over the audience, in the crowd, the announcer's table, in the ring, on the ramp, back in the ring, back in the crowd,
nah, yeah, they were going crazy.
and the crowd chanting, "Let them fight, Boston, I love you."
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually got the fisticuffs this soon. Like when CM Punk got out the ring and started heading towards the barricade to hop over, I was sure that somebody was gonna stop them, some kind of security, something. They just start to brawl. I'm in. I was already in, but now that we getting the physicality again from them, it's like okay, we back in this thing.
And you break them apart. They go this way, they go this way to meet back somewhere else, go at it again. It was amazing.
Beautiful.
I can't recall the last time I've seen a pull apart this entertaining. When we see some good ones this year.
And they doing a good job. Seth Rollins, I feel like I don't know if it's just me. I feel like his demeanor is more leaning towards heel. Like he came out and was with the fans, but it didn't speak like obviously CM Punk is a fan favorite. So it wasn't like I didn't take it like he was doing this for the fans. He's kind of like doing it for himself.
Well, that's also a tell because like what Punk said after, well, basically after War Games, like all the personal stuff that's beside me. I know where I want to be. I know where I need to be. In Seth's case, no, this is still very personal,
Right.
and it's not over until he says it's over.
And then as we see later, I don't want to jump too far, but my mind is working. I think what you called Seth and Drew, things might be formulating there. I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, they have the common enemies.
Well, Seth's. Well, I wouldn't go that far because in that segment, Drew also named Sammy and Jay as enemies as well, and Seth rebukes said, "No, no, I respect Sammy, I respect Jay. You and I, we aren't friends. We aren't cool."
So it's some weird stuff going on between this whole, I want to say it's a big dynamic, right? Like we spoke about this one story, which is, I guess, it starts with Roman Reigns. In my eyes, it starts with Roman and then trickles down to everything else. Because within Roman Reigns, we have that favor for CM Punk. We have Seth Rollins that's not digging Roman Reigns at all. We got the family trying to get back with Roman, and now Drew McIntyre just inserted himself back into the picture. So it's very interesting to see how, like, do we get one of those, like, remember that, what was it called exactly? The Hell in a Cell that had 6 people? Was it the Armageddon Hell in a
Yep.
Cell? Do we get, like, an Armageddon Hell in a Cell at some point? Or, like, some kind of, like,
Now, that would depend on who else would be involved.
let's see, we got Drew, Seth, Punk, Roman. That's 4. And the other 2 was Solo, maybe. maybe a Cody.
Hmm.
Because Cody is somewhat entangled into this little stuff too, indirectly. Like as much as they try to take him away, there's still unfinished business with The Rock. There's still unfinished business with the Bloodline, whether he wants to feel like there is or not.
I don't see so much Cody involved in that, but I do see maybe a Jey Uso or a Kevin Owens in that match to make the
Mm,
6
I see
because
a J. I see a J.
Jay is still, yeah, he's back, but his guard's still very much up. Kevin Owens, much like Drew, it's like anyone that's with the bloodline is on site. And as we know, as of late, Kevin Owens got that Scott Steiner fuse right now. He's go.
And I think it's interesting. Drew McIntyre touched on something we touched on this past Saturday when we were talking about Saturday Night Main Event and Friday, with Roman saying the world is gonna acknowledge him once again. It kind of like hinting towards Roman could go back to his old ways. So I mean, again, I don't know if this is gonna end out to be one of those big culmination of the matches that supposed to blow off everybody's feud in one, but I feel like it can be because there's too many
or
people that got
or
stuff with
again,
each other.
in Roman's case, say he gets that Ulafala back. In his mind, it's like Thanos getting that Infinity Gauntlet again in Avengers.
Very much so. Cause okay, let's just jump around for a second again. Adam Pearce is backstage with Seth Rollins. He's telling him
Yeah.
to calm down. He's trying to get a hold of Seth.
Told him, don't walk away when I'm talking to you.
Mm. Then you see Seth like he's on hots. He's telling him to give me what I want. I want CM Punk. You know what it is.
And I thought it was
Pierce
funny how he worded it. I want the fight.
fight. Mm. Not a match.
I want the fight.
Fight.
With
Mm.
Bronson Reed, it was give me the match. Suddenly with CM Punk, I want the fight. Now, as we learned, the match has been made official for January 6th, which will be a money fight. The question is, will it have a specific situation? Because I do not see in this being a regular one-on-one.
It should be a false count anywhere, no disqualification. I guess they both the same step, except but the DQ you might have to pin in the ring. I don't know. I mean, I
I'm thinking bring back the cage.
mm,
Just go right to it.
no
Again,
no no
January 6th
nowhere to
on
go.
Netflix. You got also, if you do go the singles route, you probably go to the no contest because again they just can't get along, and then maybe at Mania you bust out a cage, something like that. Maybe a last man standing, build it up a little bit. But there's a lot you can do with this.
What if this is where my most that 6 man. Okay, we seen towards later on. Jackie Redmond is going to mention to Seth Rollins that he's getting the match. Why did Drew seem like he was pissed off making a beeline? Do you think he's unhappy about Seth Rollins getting this opportunity at Punk? Do you feel like Drew's like, nah, I still got to get that off? Like that's
I think it's more so Drew don't like being told no.
mm,
Drew's on that. You're gonna join me, or I'm gonna whoop your ass until you join me. But again, as we saw that, as he makes that beeline, he gets snuffed by the man he laid out this past weekend.
I, I find it interesting. I think Drew McIntyre's character, I think he likes Seth Rollins. Like, not no funny way, but what I'm saying is in a person he could work with, right? Because
The enemy is my friend.
during WrestleMania season, he kept trying to convince Seth Rollins, forget about that, brother. Worry about me. You got to worry about me in this match. He was trying to put him on the game back then. He's trying to do it again now.
Hmm. You need me on your side. You know how dangerous I can be when I want to be dangerous.
So I find that and I think Seth Rollins might come around to seeing it like, damn, Drew is really laying these guys out. Like he already took out, and then I mean we got to see where this Sammy and Drew stuff goes again because I feel like it's gonna lead into a second match now with Sammy kind of just attacking him.
Well, it's obvious with Drew's role with the bloodline. It's obviously to invoke Roman on Raw because say Roman gets Ulafala back, he sees what Drew's been doing to his family, his bloodline. Now it's about all right. I got the top the way. What you got, my family? You want some smoke too?
And then Sammy never really liked, oh, not that he ain't like, he didn't approve of CM Punk on that team. We still got that lingering, that whole little stuff there. So it
And
Drew
also
and Seth.
to throw another wrench in that pile. This weekend, KO even said, "Me and Sammy are going to talk real soon. I see what he's been doing with Roman. I've been noticing what he's been doing."
Could it be a situation where we get Punk and Sammy versus Seth and Drew?
Swap Seth for KO, and we might be onto something.
Now, how we get KO in there? I mean, I know he's entangled in this. He got rich history with the bloodline as well,
And he sees his best friend of 2+ decades side with the enemy
and they just took the belts off them two years ago at WrestleMania.
in the main event.
Mm. And it seems like this is why. I mean, to be honest, too, to be transparent, it seems like this is what's the cause of everything. Everybody's mad that we're just forgiving Roman Reigns and we're lining up with him again. It seems like
When
that's the
he is
root.
yet to apologize.
That seems to be the root of all of
I've
this.
been saying that for weeks. Everything's all Coach Rainbow and Sunshine with our OTC, but like everyone's been saying, whether it's Seth, whether it's KO, whether it's Drew, whether it's Solo, Roman ain't apologized. Roman ain't changed a bit.
I don't believe he's changed. I did feel he not apologized directly, but he's showing love. That's the word I've been using, showing love in different ways.
I
Showing a
say
little acknowledgement.
I'd say he's more understanding, but also he's of the state of mind to where what he did to get to the top and to stay at the top worked. So like you touched on, that's all he knows.
Yeah, because one is safe to say what they doing right now to him isn't really working. Like they're splitting matches. They lose one, they win one. It's not like they're completely dominating. And Punk could say at any time, y'all won that War Games match because I was in it. Y'all needed a fifth man. I was there. Say what you want. Y'all probably would have lost with 4v5.
Or who's to say the second Roman starts bowing up to folks, who's to say Jey Uso doesn't snake him with the superkick saying, "All right, I'm out again."
I do think that Roman is gonna end up on his own because the reason I say that it's tough to have Jay in such a superstardom and then make him take a step back and be like the supporting, like he can do it, but I think like just let Jay be. He's doing great shit right now on his own. Jimmy, it seemed like he could find himself on his own too. Just the injury bug is what gets him. It's the health, the injury for Jimmy.
It's just a big tell. He'll be fine in a couple weeks.
Hmm. But even before that, I don't know if it was by design, whatever kept him off television for so long. Like, I don't know if that was health or
It
dude
was a
was
knee
just waiting.
surgery.
Yeah, so right now, let's just say I'm not wishing the worst upon anybody. But if Jimmy had to slow down his wrestling career to today, it seems like Jay would be fine on his own. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I don't know about like I think we want the whole bloodline back together, but in the end game we might see all of them together, but in the near future, I think like what you said, we might see something. I don't know if it's gonna be Sammy or Jay, but it feels like somebody's not all in. You know what I'm saying?
It feels like the fan base. wants the bloodline to be more of in the image of Jey Uso, and by that I mean when they first quote unquote reformed, Jay touched on the fact that yeah, Roman, you hold the world title for 1,300 days, but guess what? We held the tag titles for over 1,000 days. I left you and I became IC champion on my own. The way I see it, we're all equals.
So it's like you saying they want the people want to see Jay in that position, swap Roman Reigns, and put
Not so
Jay
much
in that
swap, it's
leader.
just instead of one person being at the top, he wants Roman to, no pun intended, acknowledge the fact that all three of them are on that same level.
Yeah. And to me, like I touched, they really not though. Like when you talk about the top prize in the company, it's always been the heavyweight championship. Like no matter what you've done with any other title, it's always been like, okay, leave that alone and come to the heavyweight side now.
Yeah, but again, who got more championships? The Usos.
Yeah.
So I mean that holds weight too. When Roman was floundering or whatever, trying to find his own rhythm, Usos were on top.
That's facts. And I felt like at that time when Roman had scooped him up, it's kind of like they bring that thuggish toughness.
And also let's not forget how they got in the mix with Roman. Roman basically, similar to what Drew could be trying to do with Seth, Roman beat them down to joining him. Like it's one of those, I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then you're gonna have no choice but to be on my team.
And that's another reason why it's hard for me to say they equal. Like how, if you talk about in competitive sense, yeah, you won, but I could whip your ass.
And from Jay's perspective, he's looking at it like you never really beat my ass. It's just you used my brother against me, so I had to say I quit.
He was
And
gonna get put out in that match though. He
we'll, we'll,
was
ne- we'll
though.
never know.
He
We'll
was
never know.
he was gonna go out honorably though. He wasn't gonna go out tapping
That's
out or nothing. He was
what
just
I'm
gonna get
saying.
the
Like again, we'll
yeah
never know.
he was gonna go out like Seth Rollins did in that shit.
But Jay
Just
knows
holding
again,
a
push get or shove, he'll get his licks in.
Nah, it's a great dynamic that all of them got. That's why I was like, again, back to Drew and Seth. It's interesting to see because I wasn't interested to see their lines, but once I seen them in front of each other on camera like that, sharing that moment, I'm like, okay, there might be something here. Like, just imagine Seth, Drew, and a potential like a young star that they really want to groom. Like you was speaking of Shield 2.0 the other day. Like.
What if Seth's playing the puppet master in all this? And like I said, it is a trap to take out Roman when Roman appears on Raw.
Mm.
Lure the big dog in when he's vulnerable. Drew lays him out. Seth hits him with a few curb stomps. And then we just move on from that. Maybe even KO gets some licks in too. Who knows?
Cause I don't know how to really explain this analogy, but I'm gonna just say what's the first things coming through. Seth was like the Joker, right? So it's like the people love the Joker, but he's still a bad guy. And when Batman's around, you see the Joker's real side come out, and I feel like that's what happens with Seth and Roman and Seth and Punk. Like both of them are like Batman and the Joker can't stand to see these guys around getting that love. But when it's just the Joker around, we could love him. He's well loved, and that's where Seth Rollins is at. Like I love when he's on this type of timing, opposed to trying to help people, appease the crowd. Like I didn't really understand why he was helping Cody so much after losing to him 3-0. That I would like. I get the Roman part, but
But
it was
that's
just
all it
like
was.
that's all it
That
was.
that's all it was. And
So that
I don't know if you caught Seth's kind of words with Drew, like the way he sees it, he's taking a bulk of the credit in taking out Roman at Mania.
mm,
And in reality, it's like, no, you tried to get a chair in there, your body gave out on you, and you got laid the fuck out. You had no part in that.
And y'all lost the match the first night. Who took
And
the pin for it? It was
Cody,
Seth? Cody?
Rock pin Cody.
Yeah.
But like a part of me feels like Seth might be playing stupid in front of the camera and is just playing puppet master.
I mean, I've been waiting for him to go back to the architect.
I'm not
Like,
sure if you noticed in his Titantron, he's got the Architect logo back on the screen and on his gear.
that little like the
The S and the R together that he used.
does it have the target with it? Like the bullseye?
It has the outline of the crossbow. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, like that
again,
little, yeah, that's me. That like that's the I remember having that first Seth well, it wasn't probably the first Seth Rollins, but when he won the championship and he had like the yellow undisputed, man. Mm, wish I still had that shirt. I done wore it so many times, it done faded on me. But yeah, like that, he go back to the architect vibe. Like that's another thing I'm saying. Like I know it's totally unrelated, but we were speaking about it over the weekend. Like a heel Triple H with the authority, or like even if it's not like we see a face version of the authority, like or like evolution, whatever it is. But just seeing Triple H back on camera, rather than just being like the one that welcomes us in. Oh, you ready? Or just whenever he got to break some news, shows us a title. I'd like to see Triple H back on screen right now too. Like it'll be dope.
well, from what folks are speculating, we just might.
Well, we were speaking about one more match would be crazy.
Because again, I don't think he got physical with KO to just because.
Yeah, I was surprised that they actually got physical right there. Like, and look, I think that like so many storylines can coincide. Like we speaking about Kevin Owens, like it's so much. Like, what if that whole we got the bloodline, what's going on with Cody, Kevin, everything is just intertangled, and then it culminates at this big. Because they said at WrestleMania we're gonna get something we never seen. It's gonna be like,
It's just
whoa.
amazing how like I touched on a while back. Like there's so many stories that all revolves around one person, Roman Reigns.
What if we get like a championship match, 6 competitors, and we like it's a situation we don't know who gonna walk out of WrestleMania as champion. You got CM Punk, The Rock, Cody, Roman, Seth, Drew. Like it's just like some big ass. Because look, I think everybody got a claim to get even John Cena could be in that match. Just for the shits and giggles, like
Let's see. If Rock and Roman is off the table at this coming Mania, which rumor says that it might be, why not Seth and Roman at Mania? Like that's an easy main event
for
with or
sure.
without a title.
So my thing is, are we gonna one put a non-title main event on WrestleMania again? Cause we did it at 40 last year with the tag team match.
Hmm.
Are we gonna do it again this year?
Well,
We
this is
got
one of those rare matches.
females.
This is one of those rare matches that doesn't need a title at all, and
Could
there's
it be
not many matches.
co-main event? Nah, that's main event shit. Nah, you right. That's main event. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause we had Stone Cold and Kevin Owens main event a night one of a WrestleMania. We could do that. We could do that.
No,
We could
but
do
like I
that. I
said,
had to
I
think
mean,
about it. Yeah, we could do
a-
that.
aside from Seth and Punk, Roman and Seth is an easy main event because of their history.
The video packages alone. they'll have us there like a movie for 10 minutes
And
watching.
and can you imagine in Vegas if Seth brings out the Shield music again?
I think that's what I love about Seth, that his character could do it, right? Like,
He's the perfect troll.
yeah, he's the perfect person to, like, he could do that shit.
He knows so well. He knows what will get under your skin.
And then
Also,
it's like,
with that being said, with Seth being the big troll that he is, come Netflix, I know I've wanted this song to come back for months, but could we hear Seth come out to Kill Switch Engage as his fire burns? Punk's ECW theme?
ooh, Punk. I mean, you said Seth come out there?
Seth
Yes, I could see that because when Seth was in his feud with Cody, what he did, he wore the polka dots,
brought the polka dots. With Roman, brought the
brought the
Shield gear.
shield. Yeah, yeah, he's a, you know what I'm saying? He's like that. He's like that. He could very much do that. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? Seth Rollins, Roman, I'm with that because I had to think back of the WrestleManias. Like, with the fan, nah, because every other year, or it might have been years back to back. Night one don't always got to be a force-fed championship match. The night two is gonna be what we came for.
Oh no, I'm talking about this will be night two's main event. This
Nah,
will be the match to close out the show. I'm sorry. Seth versus Roman is much bigger than anything you put Cody Rhodes up against. I don't care.
I ain't gonna lie.
Seth
I
and
would
Roman is
rather
bigger than Randy and Cody
have Gunther and Cena night two.
to
It gotta
open.
be See, I want implications going forward. All Roman versus Seth gonna do for me is close a chapter.
Like
If
I said,
not, they better
unless we do a
open.
Cody Randy, that might be the only alternative.
Which I'm surprised they haven't gone down that route sooner because, alright, I don't expect Cody to turn heel, but fucking Randy's a killer. What y'all got Randy like the super nice? I'm happy to be here. Yeah, y'all singing my song. You know what? If I'm Randy on, y'all better be singing my song.
He's a girl dad.
I don't know.
You know that feeling.
Yeah, we change after we have a, yeah, things change.
But again, that killer's still in there. But like I said, but if it's not Cody and Randy closing out night two, you kind of would have to go to Seth and Roman if it's not Rock and Roman.
Like, you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for Randy, Cody, and Kevin Owens, all three, to be in the ring. Randy hits Kevin Owens with an RKO, right? Chill. Everybody's happy. He just nails Cody with one. Shakes the room. What just happened? Picks up that championship. This is what happened. Yeah, I want this. Like, that needs to happen soon. All of this, like, Randy's already been attacked by Kevin Owens. When he comes back, I want there to be some, like, hellfire and brimstone. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can't, like, Randy got to go on that tear right now. Because I would enjoy to see him on this WrestleMania path, like you said, whether it be Cena, there's history there. There's
Or
history with Cody,
say we get
Rock.
Randy, say Randy wins the chamber match or whatever, and then like we touched on this weekend, Cody snakes Randy with a sledgehammer.
Mm. See, now when the heel Cody stuff comes in, I like it. It's
It's
gonna
coming.
leave it's
It's
gonna leave
coming.
Randy in that face area, but I'm willing to sacrifice to see the heel Cody. So I'm cool with it. Like, I can't have both. I can't have both. I
But
gotta
like I
have one
said,
or the other.
but the question is like whether it's Cody and Randy or Seth and Roman, which match would you want to close out night two?
Um, yeah, it would have to be for a championship, like I said, because that right there is going to let me know the landscape of WWE going forward. And that's not if it was no stories within the WWE Championship, then I'm with you. Like, if it was some fucking, like, case where, like, Finn Balor's walked, or not even Finn Balor, let me just say, like, Sami Zayn walked in as heavyweight champion and he got no story with nobody, and it's just like his competitor was whoever won the Royal Rumble match, then I'm there with you. Now we can't have that close out. It got to be something with story, like Seth and Roman. Like, this we could fuck. Like I said, we put 10-minute package of they whole since they came in till now. Probably even longer than that, for real. But we're only doing 10 just to not. We need to still have the match here, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give him a little 10-minute package. But I think all the other ones
And
that got
also
history.
another one you could probably throw in that we probably shouldn't ignore, but the very realistic probability is Cody and Punk.
Mm. And I feel like that one hasn't really be. It's been teased because CM Punk is saying things.
It's been vaguely teased, but it's something that we can't really
Yeah, you can't rule it
count bet
out.
against because again, it could be a very likely thing.
I mean, Punk has said he needs to finish his story. So again, I think that this is the beauty of like how they're building everybody up in the heavyweight scene. Like obviously Punk, Drew, Seth are heavyweight, but they haven't fallen beneath that. Like they don't got them competing for ending the Continental Champion. You know that they're hovering in this bracket, and I love that because at any moment, boom, just like you seen, even for Bronson Reed, having him being inserted into that kind of like it started with Seth Rollins, right?
Hmm.
Okay, but now he's been put into whoa a big spot. And like now when Bronson Reed come back, I'm looking at him like, yeah, he could be hovering around that main event scene with the big boys.
Put him against Braun Breaker or Gunther. You got a pretty good matchup right there.
Yeah.
It, it may be a Mania opener at best, but again, it's still a good spot.
Hmm.
Maybe a main event for Elimination Chamber, maybe.
And I miss a scenario like that. Like I'm glad. I hope. See the thing about the chamber, I really hope a title is defended in that because I want that element of surprise. Like, sometimes when you go into one-on-one matches, you get the element of surprise. But kind of like when Drew faced Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, I didn't really think Seth was gonna walk out as champion. I didn't see Damian Priest cashing in, CM Punk costing Drew low key. I didn't see none of that. But I didn't see Seth Rollins winning that match.
Like Punk said, all Drew had to do was go to the back and celebrate with his missus.
He
That's
want to
all he had
stand in
to do.
front of him, sweat dripping down all in front of Punk face. Like that's crazy, nasty work. And but like stuff like that, what I'm saying? I want an unpredictable moment. Like it's kind of like even it was whack, kind of. But when Vince made Roman defend his championship in the Royal Rumble, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Was it Vince or Triple H that did that?
It was Trips, I think, but Vince was still the
It was a clever idea too.
clever, crazy. Because there's only been one other time where the WWF Championship was won in the Rumble, but it
What was
wasn't
the first one?
defended.
The third
It,
one.
I think it was the third one.
It was one of the early ones. I remember that.
Yeah, and I think Flair might have won it,
I think so.
or but it wasn't defended. So Roman going in having to defend in the Royal Rumble was whoa, like very unpredictable. Like again, I didn't go into that thinking, oh, they're gonna force Roman this win, have him throw out 30 people. That's wild, because that's when they was forcing Roman down our throats,
Mm-hmm.
and they still had him lose that shit. I think Triple H won that shit, took the belt.
Yep.
So again, I think that's what wrestling is missing too, right? Like the only thing it's missing is that fuck you kind of manager or authority figure where we're gonna pull this unpopular move, but it's gonna like in story reset things. You know what I'm saying? Like we need a general manager to come screw over a Cody one time, or like if I don't know, it's just it'd make for more storylines. Like if things like that happened, like okay, we got Kevin Owens working with Triple H now, and that's crazy. Like I thought Triple H was working with Cody.
But also, you're forgetting two other entities. You have Nick Aldis and Adam Pierce.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why they both face. I don't like back in the day. Even
I'm not too sold on Adam Pierce being a face.
okay, so okay, talk to me. I'm
Because
listening.
he's been dealing with a lot of shit for the most of this year, and he's showing signs that he's kind of at wit's end to where he just in fuck it mode.
Enough! Enough! Enough!
And I'm not sure if you picked up on it, but he's got that McMahon raspiness in his voice, where he's talking like this when he gets loud.
Oh yeah, he's trying. Yeah, he's putting his foot down. Yeah,
So I think he might be one that might go off the deep end and start going rogue.
cause even in the when it was Vicky Guerrero, she's my best example. When you had one on, or you had Teddy Long on one side, you had Eric Bischoff on the other. It was always like, okay, this one was the fan favorite GM, but this one was the troll GM.
What about Paul Heyman? What about Kurt Angle?
Mm-hmm.
What about Eric Bischoff?
Yeah, like that's what I was just saying with Bish. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got certain. I really liked the dynamic the first time when the very first GMs, Ric Flair and Vince.
Correction, they were the commissioners.
Man, remember Commissioner Sean? Like you see shit like that. Even Austin was an authority figure at one point. I forgot what he had some funny name. He might have been commissioner too.
Wasn't he the sheriff?
The sheriff. There, yup, he was
But
the
but
sheriff.
then again, it's like those are certain things that you don't want to throw out just because it's got to be the
Yeah, it
right
gotta fit
place
the
at the
bill.
right time.
Yeah, it gotta
Now
fit
we
the
are
bill.
certain between Raw and SmackDown. Certain occasions we are close here and there, but we're not quite there just yet.
Not gonna lie, what if JBL became the sheriff of SmackDown? Like when people act up, I'll just send them out, go deliver a clothesline from hell. Like yo, look at Carmelo Hayes over here. Go set Carmelo straight.
I don't. JBO says he's scouting the world, but I think he's just Triple H's hitman.
Man, like
That or again, him and Nick
I'm
Nemeth,
over here
they've been
getting the
very,
water.
very close together as of late.
Yeah, I mean we've been talking about the usage of the legends, right? And JBL's been looking pretty good to me out there. Like I don't know if he's down for one more match, a retirement run.
Shit, the way he's moving, you can give him a whole ass run.
Like that's what I'm saying. He looked way better than on screen when they had him walking around with Corbin. And even then, I felt like he was ready to do something. Like I just felt like the Corbin stuff, like it was just like
I'm gonna need whatever JBL and Billy Gunn are on. I need that kind of science.
bringing back the hands of time for real. But you know, we talked enough about the bloodline and all of that. Let's get into the next segment because I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting into the bloodline stuff throughout the show. We got Braun Breaker versus Ludwig.
For the Intercontinental Championship.
I do like that Tess had touched on the fact that the Intercontinental Championship has been defended, I think, like 14 times on Raw in 2024. I love when they throw out statistics like that.
Yeah, there's been a few times.
I love when they throw out the statistics because it kind of reminds me like we can't say, oh, this belt like they wasn't highlighting showcasing the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, they were. And from the 2024, you know, I remember Gunther, Sammy, Gable, Braun,
Jay,
Jay. Yeah, it's been a lot of great things that came out of the IC title scene right there. So
but in this match, Ludwig came out look like $1,000,000. The intro for Braun Breaker, this man is a mega star.
mm,
Just the ambience from the light, him coming out as Joe Tesla puts it, the dogs are barking in Boston, whatever, him just walking out menacingly.
man,
Guaranteed future world champion.
that dude, it's just like it's amazing how we've watched his family, his father and his uncle, when they came in, they would tag team. He came in by himself.
Well, like when Scott went to WWE, his brother didn't go.
Right.
It was just Scott. And when
Yeah,
Scott came in with the chain link and all that, the holla if you hear me, you could tell even him had that aura, had that ambiance,
and
that
that's what
it
I'm saying.
factor.
That's year what of Scott, right? Whatever year that was of his career. Imagine when Braun gets there to that year.
Or also even when Scott pulls up in TNA out of nowhere, I remember that just being a massive
Oh
thing.
yeah, that shook the room. Cause
But
Scott
again, like
Steiner was always a big name. What's the Canadian dude that he was
Petey
training with?
Williams,
Peter Williams? Yeah.
Maple Leaf Muscle.
Yeah, that was fire. They was both wearing the
But
chains together. Yeah, I remember
I'm not
that.
sure if you noticed Braun's Twitter lately.
Mm-mm.
His name is Bronson Steiner.
I mean, I don't know. I always wanted him to use the Steiner name, but I guess
It's
carve his own path. Braun Breaker.
which is fine, but I mean, maybe he changes that when he wins the world title, whatever. Like when Brash became JBO, when Johnny Nitro became John Morrison, something like that,
That serious name change.
where
Uh,
he
Bobby
earned
Roode.
the family name.
Bobby Roode went to Robert Roode, right?
Hmm.
Even though he didn't win the championship in WWE, but you still seen that serious aura coming
When he
from
was the
that.
TNA World Champion, yeah.
Hmm.
Like I said, in his mind, maybe when he wins the big one, then he would have earned that name. Maybe, who knows? But I thought it was
Hey,
rather interesting when he, because I don't know how recent that is, but it's the first time I've noticed it.
the only problem with that is that we got a Bronson Reed, but I guess we could have two Bronsons, right?
I
We
mean, when you
got
think about
Braun
it,
Breaker and Braun Strowman,
I was gonna say,
spelled differently but sound the same.
AEW got like 5 Alexes,
Man,
but again, there's only one Steiner, and just look up the name Steiner in professional wrestling, and then it'll speak for itself. All they know is just to beat the fuck out of people. And that's exactly what we got in this IC title match where it was an absolute fight.
does he do the camel clutch?
No, which surprises the hell out of me.
Man, he adds that to the bag
That's
to
the only
finish.
thing that and the step over belly to belly is the only thing he doesn't do. He does everything else.
Mm.
But again, like I said, this match is so physical. If Shane was on commentary, he would have called this a Donnybrook. He'd have called it a banger.
The
From
moment I loved the most was Ludwig goes for his run around the steps.
mhm.
There's no Braun Breaker. He turns around, Braun come running around. Woo! Hit him with that shoulder. Which I thought he was gonna hit him with a spear, but he just jumped even higher. Like, you know what? I'm tired of doing the spear. I'm gonna just jump in. Ah, shoulder tackle.
And then when he does that dive from the apron to the announce table, he overshot the announce table this time.
Oh, I think he does that on purpose.
And it's like he's not even trying.
Yeah, cause yo, that's a spot right there now. Like, I done
And
seen him
then
do it a few times. It looks so fucking dope. It's
then
crazy.
from working the banged up arm to just still climbing the ropes, doing the Frankenstein with one arm and all that. The man's an animal.
Bro, the way he audibled and did that shoulder tackle, I thought he was hurt. I just think he felt like switching it up. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just
It
get
looked like he might have got a stinger in the middle of the match.
a little bit. Cause when he came through again, I thought he was gonna do that spear that he does when he runs around. He just jumped, gave him the other shoulder, like.
Yeah, I don't know if Lil like high percent or if he, like I said, maybe just Braun just got a stinger. It happens. I mean, we saw him damn near go through the announce table from the corner.
It's professional wrestling. That shit's gonna happen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They not taking bumps on pillows and none of that. You
but
know what I'm
again,
saying?
another impressive title defense. So I ask you this: who on God's green earth is next? That's not Ilya Dragunov.
What if what if we've been thinking Goldberg versus Gunther was the match? What if they give it to Braun?
Give who to
Braun versus
Braun?
Goldberg. The reason I say is because he grew up idolizing Goldberg. Now
Goldberg and the Steiners go way back. They're probably
Shall,
neighbors in Atlanta.
shall Goldberg want to put over a young superstar?
Yeah, but Goldberg's not gonna want to lose his last match.
I
That's
know
the
that's the
problem.
only issue, right? And for
Now,
and for all that, he should have stopped at Dolph Ziggler then, because he absolutely destroys the Dolph.
call me crazy, but I can see Chad Gable getting a decent match out of Goldberg.
Mm,
I can see him getting a solid match out of Goldberg.
I like that because that's somebody that
That might be a respectable sleeper in 2025
mm,
because he'll be on this chicken shit stuff. Again, much like Gunther, he'll be just walking down Goldberg,
and
and
it,
then
all,
they'll give him 5-10 minutes.
bro, all Goldberg got to do is be able to take one German from Chad, no sell that shit, and it's over. It's over. Just take one German. If you go for one, take one. Get
Or
up.
even the chaos there where he rolls into it, Goldberg just flips over, pauses, does that. Yeah!
Yeah. Oh man, Gable's gonna just get
And
destroyed.
Gable will bump his ass off.
Yeah.
That might be a sleeper there.
Yeah, I
Another
like the
one
prop.
that the other one that I think might be interesting, depending on how you set it up. Again, I can't help but go back to Goldberg and Brock one last time.
I'm not gonna lie. The more time that goes by with me not seeing Brock, it's kind of like, not to say I don't want to see him, but
You're getting used to not seeing him.
yeah, like, all right, if y'all gonna introduce him again, I don't know. It's kind of gonna be like he got to earn his stripes again. I hate to say it because the last few appearances from him, he been taking L's and putting people over. So if he gonna come back, he got to earn that shit again. Going to beat, like, for me,
Another one that I think might surprise folks would be Goldberg versus Andrade.
that'd be different.
Only because of the
Goldberg
Flair
versus LA
involvement.
Knight. What about Goldberg versus LA Knight? LA Knight to talk some shit to him. You'll get money on the mic there.
Yeah, no, my thing is it's just LA Knight's style in the ring.
Yeah, that's the problem.
He's gonna try to do too much.
I could see that.
Um, I could even see a world where it's Cody.
Mm, mm.
Cody, honestly, aside from Gable, might be the safest one.
On giving him a talk like, you gotta watch this guy. You gotta watch this
Arn.
guy.
Maybe we see a returning Dustin Rhodes. Maybe we see a returning Diamond Dallas Page.
Mm.
I get it. There's not. I get it. It's Goldberg and all that, and that we want that to be as special as it deserves to be. But it's a short list of names that would actually work. But I think Cody and Gable might be the easiest plug and plays.
Okay, so they got low. Okay, hold on. I didn't even peep this because got it up on the screen, but they showed on the screen after that Ludwig and Braun Breaker match. We get another trailer for Netflix. Get the new logo. How you feel about the new logo?
I like it.
Less is
I like
more
it. It's
sometimes.
it's very clean. Um, it's kind of ironic that the Raw's colors are the same colors on Netflix, so that kind of made it a little bit easier. But I think I know what you're talking about right now, and what you're talking about is the press conference to set up the stuff for
My bad.
January 6th. And there's a certain individual that I thought was very fascinating that they put his ass smack dab in the middle.
Yes, sir. You
The
know exactly
Maverick.
where I was going. Logan Paul. That's right. That's why I had to just stop what we were talking about. And Raw on Netflix kickoff. WWE Stamford, Connecticut. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. 11 a.m.
Tomorrow.
Pacific Time. Tomorrow. And like you said, Logan Paul, dab smack right in the middle. They bringing all the heavy hitters to Raw. Transfer
Also,
portal.
is this Solo's first press conference? 'Cause he's gonna be there too.
Yeah, I see Solo there, Seth, Rhea, Gunther, Punk, Liv. Mm.
Who knows who else is gonna be there?
I'm not gonna lie too. It's gonna be interesting to see Logan Paul in the red brand because I feel like I've been so accustomed to seeing him on SmackDown that that might be something. What if Braun Breaker and Logan Paul put on a phenomenal match? Like that's a we've been asking who's next
Oh,
for Braun Breaker. It, bro.
oh,
Oh man,
oh!
Logan Paul and Braun. Logan
That
Paul
would
and
be that
Gunther.
would be a fun match to watch. I mean, Logan Paul might have to put on about 20 pounds of muscle to be able to eat that spear, but that's gonna be a fun match to watch.
Mm. Should his brother ever want to enter wrestling, do you want to see them as a tag team, or you think Jake Paul should just be like a manager for Logan?
Jake got enough going on right now. Um, I think the fact that we haven't seen him since Saudi against Roman, I think it was, there's a reason why he hasn't been asked to come back.
Mm.
That's just my theory.
Yeah, I think he needs work on WWE camera. Like Logan Paul, kind of like, as soon as he hit that camera,
Logan's a natural on
natural.
camera.
Hmm.
And I don't think Jake would have the same exuberance that Logan has. To where you can tell
Nah,
Logan's genuinely happy when he's there.
and he's like a natural heel at work right there. Like it seems like Jake is a natural heel, but under WWE circumstances,
But with
like
Logan, he's natural heel. He's a natural entertainer.
yeah,
He's probably as athletic as some of the upper echelon athletes on WWE, NIL, and main event.
that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine him and Braun, him and Gunther. Those would be crazy matches. Him and I don't know if him and Seth
Have we
tangled.
had Logan versus Seth yet?
I don't know. That's what I was about to say. I don't know if they tangled, but him and Drew, hell, him and Punk might even
I was gonna
cook up
say
something.
those promos might be kind of nice.
Yeah, Punk will fry him real quick.
I wouldn't be surprised if Logan holds his own.
Oh yeah, Logan could
I
say
would
some
not be
shit too.
surprised.
It'd be crazy right there. That I'm gonna look forward to that press conference just to see what's the vibe of things right there. Like I didn't even know that was a thing right there, brother. Snake Eyes,
Do my
yes
eyes
sir.
deceive me?
Yo, I knew I wasn't tripping. I woke up and seen the link. I woke up and seen
Yeah, I
the
had
link in the chat. I'm like, oh shit, we got a special. This is a special this morning. Let's get it.
I had missed Raw last night, so I like let me try to get this John this morning and stuff.
Yeah, nah, I don't mind, bro. This feel good. This feel all right. Early in the morning. Hey man, what's up?
Yeah,
Real
they
quick,
we were just talking about a press conference that Raw on Netflix. They got Logan Paul right in the middle of the poster right there. And we got look like Logan Paul coming over to Raw and all of that. Man,
Um, I would say Logan Paul, let's not act like Logan Paul is not like a part of the WWE business. The Prime logo is in the middle of the ring, guys. Every PLE is him.
mm-hmm.
forget the
He did
hydration center.
right, and he put in a lot of pain in this quarter of the first quarter. Logan Paul put in that pain. Logan Paul was putting in that pain. So I feel like this was his break, kind of chilling.
Just think about him versus Braun Breaker, him versus Gunther,
You
him
talk
Him
about
versus
versus
Seth.
Netflix,
Seth.
a big company like Netflix, like Logan Paul definitely made sure he's having an appearance on that. Like he's not missing the first Netflix.
No, but no,
You know,
we're talking about tomorrow's press conference.
it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, they doing a press
the press
conference
conference.
tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know what his role is going to be tomorrow, but this is like a match. This is looking like a WrestleMania card. Like I ain't gonna lie, this card coming up from January 6th. Like I don't
We
know
have
if Triple H
Roman
them niggas
versus
have no
Solo.
choice but to give us these matches now. Like if they have no choice, it's like damn, we gotta. But I expect to see some of these matches on January 6th again, like rematches.
Hmm. Like they're gonna spend a block back on them type shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I do feel like they're gonna treat this shit as a PLE, like as such, like the debut is gonna be something memorable.
I need your take on the opening part of Seth and Punk.
Wow, wow. Yo, we got to give CM Punk that credit. CM Punk coming back, changing niggas' careers, man. CM
Hmm.
came back and really elevate niggas' careers. He done put Drew in a different light. Drew is in a beast mode. Like Drew is like a superstar elite. He been that. I'm just saying,
Hmm.
like he just got a certain aura around him now. Like he's that. Like Drew is that. Like nigga, Drew don't even have to have a match schedule. Niggas his appearance alone is like, oh, this nigga Drew in the building. The Seth Rollins and shit got we just said it in the chat got chance to be better than that. The Punk and Drew feud.
Hmm. I
This shit
stand by
feels
that.
real. Like the Drew Punk shit came about, it felt real. Like yeah, they don't like each other, but this shit right here, like that run up on each other, like, cause that's where you get to see like how serious this shit finna be, like really be, like you know what I mean, like, and them niggas kind of like look like they understand the assignment, like yo, and this shit, like we gonna have to like make it as real as it could be, like
It's really on site.
it gotta come off as real as it could be. Whether niggas, I snuff you, you snuff me in the midst of this shit. Like, all right, whoever get caught, like that's what I seen. Like niggas really swinging and like niggas had like, nah, somebody caught. CM Punk got cracked by Seth. I'm like, oh, Seth not playing yesterday. Like I seen like they swinging, like trying to hurt each other for real. Like that's what it looked like to me. Like a real fight is happening. I love that. I love that. Seth jumping over the barricade. I'm gonna meet you in the crowd, nigga. Where you going? That shit was crazy.
Hell yeah, we was talking about that earlier. How like Seth said, "Yo, I main evented more WrestleManias than you." That was enough to send
Powerful.
CM Punk out the ring. He was. I
Powerful.
heard enough. You
That
know
was
what I mean?
powerful.
Like I'm out here.
Yeah, that line, that was an ill line. That was an ill line right there.
Hmm. So they definitely getting heated. I was also talking about Snakes before you got in here. What if this shit leads to like an Armageddon Hell in a Cell match? 6 competitors: Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns.
Mm.
Like some
I
shit.
threw
Cause
in Jey Uso and Kevin Owens.
Jey Uso. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking about WrestleMania, we gonna see something that we never seen before. So I'm just thinking,
You know what's
what's
funny,
more?
right? I don't know
Hmm.
if y'all remember. I remember one episode I was on here and I asked y'all for that throwback. That throwback. Remember when Mankind. Remember when Mankind was a GM or some shit and he was in the ring. And all these storylines came together. Kurt Angle came out. Kurt Angle was the champ, I think, at that point. Undertaker came out, Rock came out, Triple H came and Mankind, like and they start showing the videos how everybody tied to each other,
You
everybody
talk
fucked
about
each
that
other over for the
WrestleMania
belt.
2000, that Fatal 4-Way
The
shit.
McMahon in every corner.
No, that's
Not
with
that one.
Rikishi. That Rikishi
Oh,
shit
that's
with
the
the six
Armageddon
man.
Hell in a Cell shit we
Yeah,
told.
like
Yeah,
but
that's what
how
I'm
we came
saying. Like,
together, how they random video. I said this in a show. I said this. I said, why we ain't going back to that era where it's like
well,
all the
look,
ill niggas in the ring, like all this shit tied together, and it's like, nah, we settling this shit. This shit
you
feels
asked
like that.
you
Everybody
asked for a
tied to each
casket
other.
match. They do. You asked for an ambulance match. They did it on NXT.
I
Hmm.
told you everything was a 2K rollout. Whatever you see in that game, it was obviously gonna be implemented at some point in the real sense. You just didn't they ain't gonna give it to you in the front door. It's like, oh shit, they got an ambulance match. Okay, the casket match. Oh, all right, now the game looked like the game. Like all the shits that's in it is like, oh, they did it.
Yeah, it gotta
That's
be
how I
something
viewed it.
crazy, bro. I asked for a championship scramble match to raise. I'm like, yo, why they don't do a championship scramble? I don't know
Right.
if you know what that shit was, Snakes. That's like when they could anybody in the ring could get a pinfall for the championships. It's like King of the Hill type shit. Whoever
Whoever
won
got
is
the
the
most pimples
champion.
at the end is the champion.
Yup.
Right.
And they did that shit on NXT recently. So I'm thinking WrestleMania 41. They talking about it's gonna be bigger than it's ever been. One-on-one matches, like Can a 6-man match be bigger than a one-on-one match?
Hell
It,
yeah.
it, it depends on who's in it.
Hell yeah. With all the stakes on the line, when it come down to like all this for all the marbles, like this for the championship, like
That's what I was saying, Snakes. For the belt, bro. 6 people. We don't know who walking out.
we need that. We
We
need
don't
that
know if
again.
CM Punk won his favor. All right, CM Punk, you got your favor, but you're not the only man in the main event. We got the winner of the Royal Rumble in the main event. We got the winner of the Elimination Chamber in the main event. Like, what if they get crazy
And
like
it's, remember,
that?
it's
Like,
2 nights.
2 nights.
Never get this 2 night rollout. So like they got 2 nights to like make this shit whatever they, you know what I mean? But I do feel like that type of match should be implemented. Like I feel like that would be lovely. You know what I mean? We got the one-on-one main events for the last couple of years. We got that. Like it wouldn't hurt to do something different.
Yeah, we even
You
got
know what I'm
tag team
saying?
main events. Like, we got the Usos versus Kevin Owens, Sammy, Seth and Cody versus The Rock and Roman. They've given us tag team
I
shit
just like when
for.
shit makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're giving it to me and it's like, wow, this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you beat something that makes sense? Like, if we get to the end of that time of the year, WrestleMania time, these storyline has been connected throughout the whole year, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If they were to go that route, you know?
Yeah, that's why to me now more than ever makes sense. You got CM Punk that's owed a favor from Roman. Roman trying to get what he need to get back from Solo right now, and after that, what's next? He probably gonna be on that championship hunt if he get what
Hmm.
he need to get from that Ula Fowler on Netflix.
Which led into my theory. What if this bullshit that Seth and Drew may be doing? What if Seth's the puppet master all along, and this is ultimately a trap to try to take out Roman, and then potentially we get Roman versus Seth at Mania if Rock and Roman is off the table.
And let's not forget the Seth jumping in that shit, trying to be friend and shit. He lost his belt.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his belt fucking with them. He lost his championship at WrestleMania messing with them, by the way. So he got,
Yep.
he lost his title. So he ain't been a
And Drew
champ
been
since.
trying to and Drew been trying to get him to see the light since then. Remember, Drew fought Seth at WrestleMania. Drew told him, "Yo, don't worry about them. Focus on me." And now he's spinning the block back on Seth. Like, look, you told me not to worry about them, and look what you doing. So I don't know how you feel about the prospect of maybe Drew and Seth maybe teaming up, or maybe this is again where I said that multi-man, that big ass match gonna have to happen soon. Cause I think a few
All I
people
know
gonna
is
cross
that
each other at the Rumble and at
all
the
I know is
Chamber.
that I seen an old clip that reminded me that Solo Sikoa helped Drew McIntyre against Cody Rhodes. Let's not forget when Jimmy came out, it was a distraction. What the hell is Jimmy doing here? And Cody was finna put him in a finishing move, and Solo came with the hoodie
Mm-hmm.
and spiked him. Then Drew, crane kick, Sova, 1, 2, 3, pin Cody, beat Cody straight up. But it was from the help of Solo. He just stared at him. So I feel like possibly Drew might help Solo. I feel like
Another one.
Drew might help Solo in a way. He like not owe him in a sense, but I don't think Drew forgot. Like Solo came through for me. I
Who's
ain't
the
asked for
fourth
that, and he came through.
Drew said after he beat Sami Zayn, 1 down, 4 to go. Who's the extra person?
So you have
Paul
Sammy,
Heyman. Paul Heyman.
Jay,
I
Jimmy,
thought about Paul Heyman too. No
Roman.
funny shit.
You could go to Cody maybe
Hmm.
because and also there's a possibility that maybe Kevin Owens is in line with Drew McIntyre because again both of them feel betrayed that everyone's suddenly buddy with Roman all of a sudden. Like Roman wasn't just crashing on everybody for the last 5 years.
That's another way everybody's been entangled right now. Whether it's by helping him or being mad at Roman. So I mean, it's gonna be a crazy ride with that whole storyline and seeing where everybody goes right there. You feel me? That Netflix though, we got Seth and Punk, Roman Solo,
Rhea
potentially.
lives. Ain't announced initially, but of course, I'm just that match got to be put on
Oh, no,
that.
it's announced that it's got to be at January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Also,
potential
potentially, maybe the
intercontinental.
finals of the women's IC tournament as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dakota Kai is winning that. She's getting her. She's getting. You cried about opportunity. You cried online. You cried. You cried. You cried. Well, here, guess what?
Okay,
We
so
putting the strap
who's
on you, and you better be that with the strap. Like, you know what I mean? Like like Triple H really give everybody opportunities, bro. We gotta really give Triple H
Could we
credit for
see
a whole
Dakota
roster.
versus Io Sky in the
I was
finals?
just getting to that. That could be the final
Maybe,
because EO
maybe.
is going to replace Kyrie Sane next
No,
week.
no, I don't think that's fair. That's not fair.
So what? EO versus or Dakota versus Zoe then?
Lara Vacara. Lara Vacara will
I
go to the
forgot
finals.
Lara's in the tournament.
Like Kyrie Zane is in it too. Like
No,
Kyrie Zane
Kyrie's
is in
out.
that. What?
She
Oh,
just
so you
got
replacing?
attacked.
So
Yeah,
you
She just
replacing?
got attacked.
EO's
Yeah,
replacing Kyrie.
EO's. I don't think EO's winning that. Nah, that's not. I don't. I mean, that's a bold call.
No, and I think we're talking about
Um.
Dakota pinning her fellow faction mate.
Oh, to win the match.
Yes,
Okay. But they on the different sides of the bracket though.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's the
So
final.
EO will have to make it to the finals.
And EO's replacing Kyrie in the match next week.
Yeah, but EO was just in the U.S. titles run tournament.
And she's replacing Kyrie since Kyrie got laid up by PFC.
Yeah, but that don't stop the other women's like whatever they had planned for the other women. Like, I mean, that might have been like a
Mm-hmm.
straight like the best, like the easiest fix. Like, all right, we got to add a person from their team to help, But like, do you think that they doing that? Like, Kyrie got hurt.
I think it's possible.
Yeah, because before the main event, or whatever, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, they kind of like smashed Kyrie's hand with one of the bins.
Yeah, they
So
wrote her off next
they
week's
announced that
match.
she's ruled out of the match.
Hmm.
But again, like I said, I agree. I got Dakota winning it all.
Hmm.
But then my question becomes, what's they goal with Io Sky? Because they just had her lose to Liv, and if they gonna have her lose in the tournament, I mean, I feel like it's kind of bringing her stock down a little bit
Not
if she
necessarily.
That's
was.
not
Just
true.
think
No,
about it. She's gonna have next when Rhea beats Liv,
y'all gotta remember, EO was just in
the women's title
the
picture.
what's the match shit? What's that match with all the
War
six girls?
games.
Yeah, she was just in that. Like what? Nah, EO has been cooking. She has been getting shit.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's stock. I don't feel like
yeah.
it's
If
That's what I'm
anything,
saying.
she just staying
I thought they
loose.
would have had. That's what I'm saying. I thought they would have had her beat Liv. Instead, they let Liv beat her clean. No interference from Raquel.
you gotta
No
think about it
Dom
in a
out there.
sense like what was the like why do you bring girls over? Like why do you bring girls over like you know what I mean to the roster
Hmm.
for? You know what I'm saying? It's a slow grind, but Triple H ultimately has the light at the end of the tunnel for you. I'm guessing that's probably how you sell every athlete. Like like your time will come, kind of like
Just put the work in.
The Lara Vacara girl came over. She been here doing her thing for a little while, and it doesn't hurt to put her in a slot like that. You know what I mean? For the title, you know what I'm saying? In the championship, her
Lara
versus
also
Dakota
former
Kane or
NXT
something like
Women's
that.
Champion too.
I feel like EO is too like predictable. That's like predictable, gang. But that story, like that whole uh damage control fighting each other in the finals, if that's what they're trying to do, then I guess. But if they're not trying to do that, I don't think the right move will be EO
Who's in that
versus Dakota.
match next week? You know, Razor?
It's Io, Natalia, and I'm not sure who else. I'm trying not to look it up on Twitter because that episode is a pre-tape.
Oh baby.
Yeah.
No wonder Miz had the candy cane shirt on, pulling a Tiffany Stratton. Facts. I
But
thought
I
he was
mean,
just in the holiday spirits.
Dakota versus Lyra, Dakota versus Io, even Dakota versus Zoe, those all fun matches.
I think if I had a dark horse too, maybe like Zoe Stark, if you want to make them look real bad and dominant, so you probably throw the belt on her or something.
Yeah, I don't even know if Dakota might be Zoe. I'm gonna come clean. I don't even know. Like I think I picked Dakota. I said I chose Dakota. Like I don't know. Like if the way she was crying, now she in the tournament. Like all right, Triple H trying to but Zoe Starks is real. Zoe Starks
Yeah,
ain't no slouch. Like, you can't just let her take an L to this girl. Like, that shit gotta be like, I don't know. Like, Zoe Starks
Shit, I
like
thought
tough.
Shayna was gonna
Tough.
take it all.
Yeah,
She got
Zoe's
knocked out
tough.
first round.
Like this little skinny girl shit you doing Dakota Kai. Like, you better add some oomph to the moves in your next match. Like, for real. Like,
yeah. Chelsea Green was the right call.
mm-hmm.
I think they can't go wrong with anybody on the Raw side either. Like you could probably throw it on anybody. Like Lyra's a good choice
Well,
too.
even if Meacham would have won the U.S., I mean that
That
match
wouldn't
there
have
was
been
no there was
best
no
match.
wrong
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, facts. Like you got the right people in the matches, so I think anybody you choose to put the title on is gonna be a dope because everybody got intriguing. My only thing with Io Sky is that out of all of them, if I'm not mistaken, she is a former world heavyweight champion. So it's like, and then the way she's been used, like at least I would like to see her lose to Dakota in the finals. Like you know what I'm saying? In a great match. Just to, like if she lose in the whatever round that is against Natalia and whoever, and she just bumped. I'm like, yeah, like again,
Now,
like
remember in
it's
them
good.
triple threat matches, like I said, she don't got to get pinned. Like, if somebody, I mean,
Hmm.
like, so she could lose the match without being the one that got pinned, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
if that happens, I'm chilling. Cause again, it's like Ludwig. Ludwig lost tonight. I was complaining about, even though this is a one-on-one match. It's like you said, it's depending how they lose. She don't gotta lose the match, and you know what I mean. Ludwig lost tonight against Braun Breaker, but he looked good in that match. So people
yeah,
could take
Ludwig
your L
did.
and be chilling. Yeah, like you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
his stock went up. His stock
Hmm.
is going up for sure. Like, definitely.
I feel like tonight, like I got the match up on the screen right now. Like that match between them, he was showing how he could pinpoint a body limb. Like he was going after the shoulder, Braun Breaker and shit like that. So you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Braun
But
shit
nah,
is
he was real
different.
vicious in there. And let's forget, like, Gunton and them was known as the pure wrestlers. Like, they
Right.
were the wrestler squad. Like, them niggas is ill. Like, we wrestle. Like, so I think Ludwig, yeah, he get a chance to show, like, nah, you just forgot. Like, this guy good. This guy good right here, man.
In England, there was a famous dojo called the Snake Pit, made famous by who was it?
Jake the Snake.
No. This is way before Jake Roberts. Billy
Mm.
Robinson was the dude's name, and he was like Stu Hart. He'll stretch you till you pass out, and he'll crank your neck just to wake you up out of consciousness.
Right.
Crazy.
That's where folks knew, like as they called it, the dark arts of wrestling, and
Right.
they pride themselves on that style.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit happening. You seen the whole Monday Night Raw snakes?
Monday Night Raw. What, the logo?
Nah, from well, yeah. How you felt about the logo too for going into Netflix? Cause we
Fire.
speaking about that earlier too.
Fire. Seen the little drops for the trailer. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Tamatanga and all of them. Like, yeah, I see
Hold on.
them.
Yeah.
How you like that little slogan? Raw is Netflix.
Fire. Fire.
They doing what they got to do to promote that shit. Like you
Nah,
said earlier,
facts.
Simple
Razor,
and
and the
effective.
colors. Yeah, the
Facts.
colors go with each other too. It's like Raw has
Mm-hmm.
always been red, Netflix is red, so it's just an easy fit. I wanted to ask you though, Snakes, if you
Mm-hmm.
seen the New Day, how they been acting backstage, like they got shut down by Rey Mysterio, can't even go in the
Got
locker
big
rooms and
bro.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. If it was up to me, you guys should change somewhere else. Like, y'all see the OG Ray, the leader of the
Just
locker room. Um,
yeah,
I don't know who's gonna step up to them. Who's gonna put the Hill Day in their place? Like, who's gonna be the first to put them in their place?
mm,
Like, who's gonna take that challenge for Big E? Like, we not really feeling this shit. Like, where are we going next with this? I feel like they gonna end up on Saturday night main events. Like, now that we got that shit, like January 20th, like I was saying, like in certain spots where it's like shit could build up, like you were saying, HD.
yeah.
Like now, like, a little storyline that I don't know. I guess everything don't make the big PLEs, but it's like you got that Saturday night shit now. Like, I fuck with that. Like, New Day. I don't know. Who gonna roll up on them? Somebody need to put them niggas in their place.
I'm there with you
well,
though. Something needs to happen because I feel like okay, we got to turn on Big E, and then for the last 2 weeks, we've seen them backstage trying to say what's up to people and basically get shut down, right? Like
You know
nobody's
what's
messing with them.
crazy? I don't know. See, I don't know where we're at with this Wyatt six shit with carry on crossing them. But for what Bo Wyatt and them stand for, like
Mm,
the Hill Day would have been perfect targets, bro. Like,
who's to say
you
they're
know,
not?
you dig what I'm saying? Like, y'all just turned on y'all closest friend for over 10 years. Like, I need the YS6 to whip their ass. Now that I'm thinking about it, I need the YS6 to go after the New Day.
And you
Well,
don't care that he
if you get
broke his neck
there's
in the
one other
locker room.
person that got beef with both of them.
Yeah.
Truth.
I don't know what we doing with this carry on cross shit. I'm kind of tired of it, man. We not done with this shit.
I honestly think he's actually like Gable right now. I think he's looking
Hold on.
good out of this.
Wasn't Xavier a mix with that shit in the beginning with carrying cross in them? Like they was trying to get him to turn. They was trying to
Yeah.
get him to turn, and he didn't.
Yeah.
But then he wound up doing it anyway on his own friend.
Mm-hmm.
And carrying cross in them is the ones beefing with the Wires right now.
I'm glad you mentioned that because
Yeah.
Karrion Kross mentioned something about making a deal with the devil, and Paul Ellering started looking at LP like, I don't,
OG was fucking spitting.
yeah, like, I mean, he told Miz though that he owes, you
I
know what I'm
saved
saying?
you twice.
Mm.
I was surprised to hear the OG talking, you feel me? But I think Karrion Kross is looking like Gable in terms of like he's looking good coming out of this feud with the Wire Six. I think he's getting that bag where he's really on that leadership. Like we seen him trying to get people to turn, but this is the first real successful. Like he got Miz, he got the victory over the Y6. Now he's calling even more shots. So I think for Karrion
Remember,
Kross
he
is
had
good.
that rollout of like that TikTok shit. Whoever come across him wound
Mm-hmm.
up doing bad. Wooty woo, like that shit was cool. I don't know if that shit like what happened with him in Mania. Didn't he have a Mania moment like something small?
It was
With
him
Karen?
and his team versus Bobby Lashley and the Profits.
Right. They threw that on there. They like threw that on there. You know what I'm saying? Like on some at the end. I mean, like an added situation to get them niggas. Like I thought Karen Crow they wanted to push him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he was gonna get a push. You feel me? So I
My
feel like
personal observation, he do too much. Like every week he look different. He hasn't stuck to one look. Like you said, the TikTok look. He came through with the leather jacket. You know what I'm saying? He had a certain hairstyle, and then each week it's just like a
But
new
I feel like
look
they was
for
still
him.
trying to figure out how to really like make him look like you know what I mean. So you bring AOP, add him next to him, put them next to him.
How to maximize his appeal.
Right, Max,
Yeah.
exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Recalling me, all that shit, and it's like, boom, he got a team, boom, he looking dominant, and now you know what I mean. Like this program, as far as like with the New Day and all that, and this shit's been good for him. Like you know what I'm saying? He been looking good and shit. Word.
But as far as who gonna just bulb to the New Day, are we
Yeah.
forgetting that R-Truth still wants smoke with Woods? And now that Kofi's turned on E as well, maybe Truth try to step up to both of them. I don't know.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, man. Oh, truth.
It's just an idea.
I'm not. I thought our truth was just back for a season. Like I ain't know our truth was back. Like
I'm screaming.
back. Like I'm gonna come clean. Like I'm. What's up? Like entrance. We don't need that in this new Netflix era. I'm sorry. We don't need that. You
But
could
look,
keep with this. As
we
long as you get
might
with
get
that.
R-Truth
That's
back
fine.
with the Newport and Little Jimmy.
Man. Judgment Day rollout with R Truth
Mm-mm.
was cool for a little moment. Like that shit was cool. I'm good. I don't want to see R Truth coming out with this. What's that team name? Alpha Academy and all
Oh no
this.
no no
Like
no 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 no!
come on,
They got a new name maybe. They're the Alpha Babes.
come on. Man. I don't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that part.
I'm sorry, Truth, but nah, not right now. Stay backstage, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. It is interesting to see where they go because I would like for the New Day to be in a more like I'd rather them go with the Y6 than to be sitting there with all truth. To be honest, like, cause I don't know, like I feel like they got legs with this heel day shit, but then not seeing them really in action for the last 2 weeks is kind of like Snake said, like where do we go? Like I need something to happen. Who gonna pop out for Big E? Nobody care about Big E. Like that's really like nobody cares. Like yeah, Big E, you broke your neck. So that almost everybody else on the roster. It's like
Yeah, it's walking in the grass doing 2%.
yeah, there's really no like you know what I'm saying. Nobody popping out. Maybe it seemed like there was an angle, like I was telling you earlier, Razor. There was an angle for Kofi to tell Rey Mysterio, like, man, meet me in the ring, man. You ain't a real locker room leader.
Catch my ones.
Yeah, missed on that opportunity. So I mean,
Well,
I,
again, like I told you, when we started the show, it's like Raw's got so much going on right now, especially prepping for Netflix that we may not see anything until after that because whatever they do is just gonna get lost in the shuffle
Yeah.
off rip.
But what else did we have on Raw? I don't want to miss to like skip over anything. What after that Ludwig match, we had a few like backstage segments and stuff. Uh,
Well, let's say after that, I think
oh yeah,
we
chicken
had Drew
tenders.
got the megaphone.
Yeah, we had Liv coming out to the ring, Dom, Raquel. I'm not gonna lie, the crowd is still on Dom. They not letting him get nothing off. He's trying to big up Liv Morgan, saying
So
she's the
so so
best
now
champion.
real quick, who's getting more hatred, New Day or Dom? Because it's pretty close right now.
It's pretty close. I feel like this crowd, they did it up for Dom. It hasn't been as bad for Dom in a few weeks.
Because he ain't been out there in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that is
It's like,
true
oh,
too.
you still here? Boo!
hmm The New Day, they weren't out there in front of the live crowd, unless I'm mistaken, but I didn't really get to hear no reaction from them with the whole
Was it
backstage.
last week where they couldn't even get a word out
They couldn't get a word out.
and they're yelling
Man, they looked defeated, like kind of like they expected to get booed, but not like that, like
on that was money.
money, money. I'm sitting there, wow, like yeah, they getting that because when you getting that kind of reaction, that's money right there. You don't want the crowd to just be flat and like no reaction. So like you said, that's money right there. But
And even
man,
today they got so loud even with Liv bust out the megaphone. I'm the greatest women's champion of all time.
I thought that was genius. Like anybody that watched old school, you see Jimmy Hart with the megaphone. You know what I'm
That's the mouth
saying?
from the south.
Yup. It was a beautiful touch right there. And it didn't even sound bad. Like it really sounded like if she make that a thing, they make that a thing going forward, I wouldn't even be mad at it. And it could make for a little perfect weapon to use too at ringside. To be
Yes, it
honest.
would.
Add to their little, you know what I'm saying, to their heel ways right there. But we get this is my brutality. Rhea Ripley headed down to the ring. Now, Liv wasn't trying to let her speak. Rhea Ripley came through with the big body. Yo, just shut up. Shut up.
Like I already beat you. Why are you still here?
But you have the name. Take us into the chicken tender slut line.
She announced that there will be a match for the women's championship: Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan once again. And Rhea stated that when she becomes the new women's champion, she'll just be all alone with her and her chicken tender slut. And
Mm,
the crowd loved that.
man, Dominic's face was like, he couldn't believe what she just said. I feel like he couldn't believe he was a chicken tender slut for a moment. He
This
thought
was
about it.
excuse me.
Yeah, you slide whatever for the chicken tendies.
But
That's how easy it is.
after that segment happened, a crazy idea popped in my head. Say Liv Morgan beats Rhea again and goes up 3-0 on her. Okay, what if this is how? Now I know I threw in this person in a few different scenarios, but what if this is how we reintroduce Charlotte and we get Charlotte and Liv at maybe Mania? Since Liv is claiming she is the greatest women's champion of all time,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Charlotte now is like the final boss for the females. Like she is the one that you want to beat.
it's
She
either
is
her or
at the
Becky.
Yeah, those are the two top fish right there. Those are the big fish right there. Cause right now Rhea is one of them, but she's active and she's taking a few losses.
She's
But
but also Rhea's fairly new again compared to Becky and Charlotte. Those two are the upper echelon. That's the Rock Austin right there.
yeah, they were the face of NXT and the main roster for females. Like
The
they were
women's
holding it down.
revolution.
Yeah. So so after that segment though, we get Jackie Redmond heading to Seth and Drew looking like he's making a beeline towards Seth. I don't know what that was about. I'm still interested to see what was his intentions and thoughts before Sami Zayn attacked him right there. I feel like he was gonna go attack Seth. The way he was walking over there.
Like I said, again, it seems like I said, Drew don't like being told no. He's gonna try to tell him again. Well, we're likely gonna get a follow up next week, and either they square up or Drew kind of uses those Roman Reigns intimidation factors and makes him join him. But again, it was I wasn't I want to say I'm surprised to see Sammy kind of get his lick back, but
I was. I
at the
felt like
same
he
at the
had no
same way I am
business.
surprised.
Yeah, like you took the L. Chill out. But in the same token, he's still, I guess, fighting for him and Jay. Like they're still, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's how Sammy is too, though. Like
Like
he
I mean,
rides for
I
Jay.
kind of would have expected Jay instead of Sammy this go around to try to get the lick back, but maybe that could be for next week. Maybe that could be for January 6th. Who knows?
Yeah, it was odd for me to see Sami Zayn back. Cause again, like I said, we pay attention to the tweet. He says one down, but you got to write one down again. You know what I'm saying? If you go against him, like I don't understand. Or like I feel like it can lead to a tag team scenario where depending on what we see next week, you know what I'm saying, or the coming weeks to come, we could see Seth and Sammy versus I mean Punk and Sammy versus Seth and Drew.
Or again, since we got the transfer portal open still for who knows how long, what if KO crashes Raw next week?
That'd be something right there.
'Cause like I said, like he told Cole and everyone else, I know what Sammy's been doing, and we're gonna have our talk soon.
And he could be in that territory of like he do what he want, right? Like we just seen him attack Cody Rhodes after the Saturday night main event,
He went chest to chest, head to head with the COO.
getting pushed, shoving trips,
He
like
don't give a rat's ass who's in charge or whatever. He'd probably do the same to the Rock if the Rock stepped him like that.
man.
But again, I can see a world to which maybe KO sides with Drew, and then that could be what kind of entices Seth to try to join him.
I could
It's
see
going to be
that.
interesting.
But then we move along. We get the Pure Fusion Collective. Zoe Stark's coming out. Kaden Carter's in the match, and who was the other
It was
lady in there?
Raquel.
Raquel. Oh yeah, Raquel was already. Yeah, that's right. I forgot she was already out there from the segment. So then they had the other ladies come out. Kaden Carter got some offense in the match. We were speaking about that beforehand. You know what I'm saying? She was looking good. And Zoe Starks picks up the victory right there, advancing to the next round of IC Women's Intercontinental. I was surprised Raquel didn't advance because again, I thought like it'd be dominant to see her and Liv as champions, but kind of like what Snake's saying. I guess that's the more obvious thing to do, right? So we go away from the obvious and it's like, all right, we just move on. Zoe Stark, because out of all of them, I mean, I thought Raquel would have won that for sure. I didn't see Zoe going past that round or Kaden Carter either, but
Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me, man. Living in
You
a
all
damn
good?
house and shit. I had a whole family of goddamn possums trying to run through this shit. Like, what the fuck?
nah, you good.
Nice.
This shit crazy. What you mean nice?
Mm.
That shit, them shit is disgusting looking creatures, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Mm-mm.
But yeah, nah, I mean,
Now,
Zoe
what y'all
Stark.
was talking about?
We saw about the triple threat match, Zoe Stark winning over Raquel and Kaden
Mm-hmm.
Carter. I was saying that I thought Raquel would have won, but kind of like what you were saying about obvious. That's probably the more obvious thing to do. Like
Uh-huh.
have Raquel win the whole thing and her and Liv be champions together. But I thought that would have been a chance to make them look even more dominant. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
instead we got Zoe Stark going. But I think like since Zoe Stark advances past them, I think she got a good chance of like, you know what I'm saying, probably taking it all the way as
My
well.
thing is like in a WWE 2K sense, how much better is Raquel than Zoe? Like Raquel might be an 86 overall. What's Zoe? An 84?
Maybe it could be a 79. Who knows? I haven't booted the game up in a minute.
Zoe is 79?
Who knows? Who
Nah,
knows?
last year she would have been a 79. Right now she's probably at 81. I just threw out 84 for Raquel. She might not even be that. Raquel, you just came back and just threw on shades. Like, that don't mean your shit went up. Like, what changed with her? She just came back and threw on shades.
Nah, you all right.
And stood by
She
Liv.
hasn't she
Like,
hasn't done much. But I thought again that would have been a chance of, maybe give them the
Zoe and them
tag
won the
team.
tag titles. Let's not forget.
Mm-hmm.
She became a champion. Her and Shayna. You know, it took who it took to beat them?
Yeah.
Bianca and who?
Yeah.
Come on now. So overall, Raquel, you might not even be over Zoe. To get to that. Good call, Triple.
So in the WWE, so in the
That's some shit.
WWE game,
Yeah.
they got
In the
Raquel Rod
WWE game.
yeah, they got Raquel Rodriguez at 86 for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got Zoe Starks at 78.
Yeah,
I was
because it's not up.
close.
Yeah, because it's not updated, and that shit is corny. And
Tiffany
Th-
Stratton at
th-
79, definitely not
They
updated.
got
exactly.
Lyra as a 80 and Kyra Sane as a 78.
All right, this is how we're gonna do this right now. This is how we're gonna know this game is broke. This is how we're gonna know this game is broke at the present moment. What is Kevin Owens rated?
He's got to be like a mid 90s, I would assume.
Kevin Owens,
Where's Solo Sokoa?
86.
Where's Solo at? Bringing it all. Said it was a score. Where my boy at? They got my boy ranked very low. And boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. Like,
Let me see where's Solo name at.
I'm
if
checking
it's
Twitter
anything
right
under
now.
90,
He
is
got his ass at.
disrespectful and not right. He should be a 92. My boy's been on his bullshit. He's a 90 rating wrestler. How is he not? Got my boy
Damn,
Solo fucked up one of the most
Solo
dangerous moves.
86.
He's what?
86.
Wow.
He's
So
a,
Raquel. Listen, hold on. Let's break this down. So you said Raquel in this game is an 84 for Solo Sakuzzi. The tribal chief, current, the man, is at 86. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Pam, boom, pam, boom, pam, pam. Like,
they got Jimmy as a 84 and Jay as a 90.
They got LA Knight as an 88.
yeah, pack that game up. Yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? This game. That's why, when this game first started, this shit started with your man LA Knight as that he was in the glow, like, like they gave him the new sound in the game and all that. They added all that for him. Like, we get it. Like, he was a main entry. Like, we get it. Something new for the game. LA Knight character, we get it. But no, he's not better than you know what I mean? They try to act like it's the same game, but you just get the from LA Knight in the game. Nah, that doesn't sell us. Like, no, you're not no. But 88 is a stretch. I can make the case LA fall off needs to be studied right now. He's taking a stock drop for real. They put him in
Yeah,
that match with Shinsuke to get his ass whipped. Like, Shinsuke beat his ass quick.
Yeah, he did.
1, 2, 3, it's over. Like, why they do that to LA Knight if he's at 88? Talk to me, HD.
like you said, his stock raw, he's becoming a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to this about Razor. Maybe this is an unfair standard, but this is the standards that I grew up on. I'm
Right.
used to seeing The Rock come out every week, and almost everything he said was funny. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's coming to a point where, like, he say the same shit,
I mean,
and he's just running through shit.
since
You
we here,
see,
fuck it. You know what pissed me off about LA Knight?
talk about
And
it.
I don't know if I noticed this recently. That stupid ass jump to the top rope elbow drop. That shit corny, bro.
It's
I mean, the
Like,
one he's
unnecessary.
usually
bro,
botching.
that jump to the top elbow, drop. That shit's
That
so
box jump,
corny. Come on, man. That
it's
that ain't.
unnecessary.
That's supposed to take my power down in a sense. Like, come on, man. Like, what we
And
doing?
it's something he wouldn't do if he was a natural heel. He's trying to play into the baby face and get the crowd to pop. That's why I was like, I really enjoyed his work when he was going against Bray Wyatt. Undertaker came out, he talking shit to the Undertaker. Like that's the LA Knight that was gaining that. Okay, nah, this dude could cook. You making him
I like
like
LA.
this nice
I'll be
guy.
real. When LA Knight was inserted into the bloodline shit for a little moment, he was coming out getting his little segments and shit like that. I thought he was good there. But it's like
Yeah.
everybody can't stay with the big dogs, man. Like you get pulled in, you get that light. Everybody can't stay there. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like after that, I don't know. Like LA Knight shit just, I don't know. Razor, what you thinking, man? You over there in thought. What you thinking about LA
I
Knight,
mean,
man?
I'm just shaking my head that they got Meechin as a 68.
This game has not been updated by Triple H.
They got Nikita Lyons as a 73.
Oh, we
Braun
2K,
Breaker's
we
at
2K
80.
rated now. We realize this 2K shit is wrong.
Braun, Braun Breaker's at 80.
Really? LA Knight is at 88? Get the fuck out of here. If it's set up like that, Ludwig Kaiser might be a 52. Like
they got Rey Mysterio as a 88.
they got
Hold
Ludwig
on.
Kaiser in a manager rating. Like, come on, man.
Hold on, I just passed Ludwig. Where's that at?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is out of line right here.
Low
Pat
key, Paul
McAfee's
Heyman rating.
friends,
Paul Heyman might have a better rating in wrestling.
Paul Heyman's a 58.
bro.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
this right here is out of line. Pat McAfee's friends, they higher rated than Montez Ford.
Yeah, throw the game out.
AJ Hawk, Darius Butler, they're 78. Montez Ford is 76.
These niggas don't even have a move set. These niggas in the ring with jerseys on and shit. Like, come on, man.
Now, AJ Hawk just a T-shirt.
Like, come on, man. And I'm gonna be real, Pat McAfee. We need. All right, I have a rant. I have a statement.
Fire away.
Why does Pat get this rollout like he's Stone Cold coming back? Whoa, like why are we so hyped?
It's Pat.
Yeah, why are we so hyped?
McAfee.
Like
Because he's Michael Cole's best friend.
he act like Stephen A. in wrestling. Like you know how Stephen A. like when he in the sport, like he moved like an NBA player. Like that's how Pat McAfee come out with his entrance. Like yeah, I feel like Pat, just go sit down.
Ludwig Kaiser is 73, just like Luke Gallows.
Luke Gallows and them ain't even on the roster.
I mean, technically he's on NXT, but Carl Anderson's hurt.
Yeah. They got Pat McAfee with Brian Wyatt moves and shit. Like, come on, man, in that game, man. Come on, man.
WWE 2K, keep this updated. Current
Yeah.
time.
This is why. No. They don't have to update. It's cool, because I'm going to the community creations per place. I'm going to have the right rating, so it's cool. Like, so yeah. Shout out to community creations. Shout out to y'all for the updated versions.
They got
Man.
Julius Creed higher than Johnny Gargano and Karrion Kross.
Yeah, the way this game is, the machine guns, their first entry of the game, they gonna be a 99. Like the way these niggas, like I don't.
Man.
Let's do a whole new ranking of 2K, like from top 10. Like who should be ranked the highest out of the 10 niggas in the game right now? Currently in the game, let's rank the top wrestlers right now.
Just main roster, NXT included.
Everything included. Everything WWE has to offer. Who are the top 10? And who are the top 10 drawers right now?
I'd have Liv at least as a 95.
Liv is up for Wrestler of the Year.
That's what I'm saying. She's at least a 95. Solo, you could put him in like low to mid 90s. Jacob got to be 94 off the rip.
Oh, I forgot about Jacob. Jacob's first rating in the game. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you
he ain't even in the game yet.
You know why Jacob rating is gonna be like a 95, 96? Because this nigga is popping out of nigga special moves.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah. How you gonna put that in the game?
They already got that shit.
They got the instant recovers.
Okay, you're right. They got
and Jacob's a part of the automatic.
But nah, you gotta add the wiggle. You gotta add this Harlem Shake shit.
Okay,
I ain't gonna lie.
It's just the boogeyman's taunt. That's all it is.
See, when that nigga popped out of CM Punk shit at War Games, that shit was a moment. I'm like, this nigga is crazy.
Bro, I was screaming. I'm like, nah.
I love you. Like, niggas gonna be, hold on, you know the game, you got that R2 button for the nigga shit. Niggas about to be spamming R2 with Jacob. I love you. Niggas gonna be saying that the whole game. I love you.
You gotta have the soundbite in it too.
Yo, HD, that's how you get your power back. I love
I
you.
love
I love you. You definitely gotta add that. That gotta be one of
Nah,
the buttons.
I'm
Like, come on.
screaming.
That has to be. Like, word of mother.
Yeah, nah, that'd probably definitely they gonna have a voiceover too, cause that's how they do it in these new games.
Yeah,
You
like
do the taunt and you hit them.
you press the down block button, your man time like, yeah. We need that in the game. Like, we need all that.
Mm.
We need all that. Like, yeah.
Okay, so what would you rate Tongaloa then?
83.
83.
He was
Yeah.
quick with it too.
Tama's the better guy on the team. So Tama is getting a 80, like that LA Knight number. That's what Tama should get, that 88.
Mm.
I wouldn't give him a 90s rating. He's an 88. Tama's been great since he's been here, man.
Nah, he's good.
He's
It's
been great,
Tonga in
man.
question.
And you want to know something? These guys have never even been on the mic like that yet. These guys have been straight working, no talk. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. These guys are straight business, no talk. Like not a lot of words.
They got Oscar as
Mm-hmm.
a 90.
Who?
Oscar.
Um,
That sounds like a
yeah,
career number.
yeah. That's not like a WrestleMania last year number, like coming off. Like Oscar did have a little glow coming from last year when she joined Damage Control and all that other shit. Like the 90 is kind of, but
They only got Braun Breaker as an 80.
yeah, right. Disrespectful.
Yeah.
They need to find a way to update like how
Like
2K
Madden?
is. Well, what happens every Monday determines your rating. Like, you know what I mean? You can have a couple shits go down, or you can see the arrow go up, but it determines what happened in the real life sense. They need to do that in some way. Like somebody's job is to update this shit on a week to week basis to make it more to keep it real, keep it realistic.
Yeah,
Like if a
man.
nigga
That
hurt
they
in real life, a nigga hurt in the game, like the match start with the nigga arm hurt, like that's real shit. Like he hurt in real life, he's hurt in the game. His
Yup.
rating's down because he's hurt in real life. Like Cody Rhodes go from a 95 right now to like an 89 because he has that injury.
They made by the same developers 2K, so
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I'm
Well, I say, well,
saying?
look at Madden. Madden, their shit's updated almost weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And 2K, that shit is like real lifetime. 2K shit. Like whatever game is happening today, you could go on and shit and play it out like as it's happening today. Like,
Should Dom be higher than an 83?
Yeah.
yeah, Dom. I'm gonna be honest. See, I'm not gonna like this. Dom is a 90. Dom is a
That's
90.
fair. That's fair.
Dom Aura, everything they come with is a 90.
I ain't mad at that too off that Gunther match. He held his own with him.
Y'all want to guess
Yeah.
Jade's rating?
Hold
Jade.
on. What is JD's rating?
I'll give both y'all three guesses. I got it right
Show
now.
JD McDonough might be a 79.
Jay's a 90, right?
No, I said JD McDonough.
JD's a 71.
71. Yeah,
That's wild.
he one of the worst dudes in the
That's
game.
disrespect. That's saying that he doesn't bring really nothing to the table.
They got Jinder Mahal higher than JD Madonna.
And JD, he's lower than his
We didn't
2K24
unlock some shit
version
with this 2K shit. We
or
get
his
somewhere. Like,
23
we didn't
version.
know it was this bad, man. Wow, Jinder Mahal. He got that rating just because he did that promo. Remember that promo he did in the ring? He had the ill promo that day
They
with the
got
Rock.
Ivy now higher than JD Madonna.
Natalia being ranked higher than JD McDonough is sad.
Natalia's a 81.
Come on now. I don't
They
even know
they
if you
had
want to match.
MVP as a 68. No wonder he was mad.
Man,
There's no 99 in this game, right?
It was Roman for a minute. Oh, Roman's a 97.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What makes you a 99? Like, if Roman is a 97, right? HD, what gets you that 99?
I think they'll never be.
Hold on. They,
Nigga, it'll never be.
For real,
Now,
like,
you know who
it
get
don't make
99? If
sense.
Brock came back. Like, when Brock first came, like, Brock was a 99 in SmackDown. That nigga.
they got Rock at
Hmm
95.
And then they got the Rock '01 version at 96, which don't make no sense.
Brock is showcase only. He don't even got a ranking.
Yeah, they
What
just
is
cut
what
it
is
out each game.
what is Seth Rollins?
He's got to be in the 90s, I would assume. Hold on, I just passed him up. Seth is
Loki, I ain't gonna lie, AZ, this is a dope segment right here. It's breaking down the WWE
okay.
2K right
So
Facts.
2015 Seth Rollins is the 89. 2014 is the 81. Seth freaking Rollins is a 93.
Seth freaking Rollins in 93. 93. That's about accurate. That's about. Is CM Punk? What's CM Punk?
He's not even in the game yet.
No, he came on one of them first, like, what's them shits they give you?
Was he a
He on the
DLC?
he on
Yeah,
the
he was on them
DLC.
shits. Yeah, he's in that shit.
Okay, let me see what we got.
He is a 90.
Come on. Really? LA Knight? He's 2 points over LA Knight. Really? 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 Come on. We need that updated back. And if that's being updated, LA Knight's going down, CM Punk's going up.
Drew's only at 89.
Disrespect. Drew is at 95. Drew McIntyre at this present moment to me is a 95 character. I don't care. I'm putting him up there. 2 points. Listen, LA Knight could be 2 points from CM Punk. Why can't Drew McIntyre be 2 points from Roman and him? How you feeling, HD?
They got this all wrong. I'm not gonna lie.
When you looking at it from an updated sense, like right now, like they should update it. It need to be updated.
Logan Paul is a 90.
Yeah, they glazed him because of his contract. He forced that. That was in the contract. Like, you got to make me a 90 prime. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
And then on top of all of that, we gonna just keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Unwelcome my
Mm-hmm.
thoughts and keep it off the hip. Like
Yeah.
I play these wrestling games, right? We all love wrestling, but I'm a video game. When it comes to WWE, I just it take me to that nostalgia place. I platinum
Mm-hmm.
trophy this game, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't play it because it's so bad in terms of ratings. Like you just can't recreate what you want to do unless you dead ass have another remote there and you not moving that shit. Like to play this shit with other people is unrealistic, bro. Like they got some of these ratings and it don't make sense. Like Jay Uso's a 90. I'm playing online with my homeboys, bro. This dude Jay Uso throwing the slowest punches on earth, bro. Slowest shit. Like he over here doing that rock shit where he's spitting his hand. While meanwhile I'm doing that animation. Somebody running, kicking me. Claymore, like what? Like chill. This dude, he not Drew McIntyre. How you got a Claymore? Like
I'm gonna
type
come
shit.
clean.
This game is wrong.
I speak for everybody that's listening to it right now out there in the world, and I say, HD, you trash in 2K. Let's play devil's advocate. It might just be that, but
Man,
I can understand. You know what I mean?
Jay with the slow
Nah,
punches,
2K,
man.
2K, 2K. I feel you though. It's like you got all these animations in between animations. Like, yeah, it's like they gotta speed it up. I know what you mean. Like the pace could be a little better. Shit could just be a little smoother. But I think like the game can't get no realer than what it is. Like it looks so real. Like as far as looks concerned, like is how real it can get.
Them throwing the weapons was the realest
Fire.
shit. I
Yeah,
forget.
it's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
They got the Miz at 81.
Yeah, that's out of line.
I got mixed emotions about this one. They got Tip Stratton higher than Tommaso Ciampa.
Is Bo Wyatt in this game?
Bo Dallas. Let me see.
Uncle Howdy is in this shit. He was a DLC too, if I'm not mistaken.
I would assume they'd have Uncle Howdy, not so much Bo Dallas. Let me see. They got Tiffany as a 79. They got Post Malone higher than R-Truth.
That's just disrespectful.
Uncle Howdy's a
When someone
87.
wrongs you in the movie, like over niggas that actually
Nah, the
wrestle.
one that fucked my head up, to tell you the truth, they got a character named Juan Cena.
Yep.
He at 94.
Who?
Juan
Juan?
Cena.
Who's that?
It's a
Is that the
story
nigga you
mode
get from the
character where
story
John
mode?
Cena is a luchador.
Yeah, right. Story mode. Right. Got it. Right. Got this extra character that could beat everybody. I get it. Right.
Real spammy shit, you heard? Like,
Come on, man. So the highest rated player in the game is Roman Reigns at 97.
And Rhea's a 96.
I
in
think, and
Rhea.
that's for about 2 or 3 years straight. Roman's been the highest rated character.
Yep.
Yeah, and Cody Rhodes.
He had
He's like a
93.
93, 92.
That is so wrong, and I'm not even the biggest Cody guy, but just him 93. It just doesn't scream like he should be the world champion, like over Roman. Like that doesn't 93. Like
What I do say about his character in the game, they made him really durable. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's the
you
so
cover
can play
star.
with
That's
him.
why.
It's fun playing with Cody. Yeah, it's fun to play with
yeah,
him. You can get your shit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, certain niggas that like you could actually enjoy playing with them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Cody moveset is dope in the game. Like Drew
yeah, that's the
McIntyre is a beast in that
understand.
game. Drew was a beast in that game.
Yeah, there be
Drew
certain people that be
McIntyre
funny
might
shit though.
be. Nah, let me not. I was about to go over. Well,
They
he's
got they got Bianca as a 95.
that's accurate.
They got Bianca higher than Becky and Bailey.
Where's Becky Lynch at?
I mean, I'm gonna be
Oh.
honest though. I always felt like with all love to Becky, I always felt like she was force fed to me. Like Bianca's a
Overrated?
natural, like strong girl. Becky had her moments, no doubt. But there was times like I'm be honest, when Becky came through and hit the rock bottom on Bianca Belair and pinned her in 3 seconds, that pissed me the fuck off. I was tight.
Yeah, that was disrespect, bro. I ain't gonna...
Like the whole run Bianca was going on at that time, for Becky to just come out of nowhere and like, yeah, I could just beat her in 3 seconds type shit. That shit ain't set right with me. I'm gonna be honest, like it didn't. But I can understand that like Becky, she got snuffed by Nia Jax, one of the biggest women, and she ate that. Like I get it. I feel like too Becky had like for me personally, I like the man Becky Lynch when she tried to be like Seth Rollins with the outfits and all of that. I I wasn't really enjoying that run from Becky right there.
Oh, I'm about to change devices.
Yup. But where's Hold on, but where's Rhea Ripley rating that in this?
Rhea's
That's what
like
I
a
want.
she's the highest rated woman. She's like a 96,
Okay, she
95.
was a cover. Her and Bianca was co-covers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overall, it's a fun game, but I'm gonna be honest. When I look back at games as an adult too, I'm not just saying this because, oh, I was a kid, whatever. I have more fun if I wanted to boot up my Nintendo 64 and play No Mercy because it just the moves, everything felt so unique. Now in 2K25, it feel the same, but like what Snake Eyes was saying about the realism, sometimes things get a little too real in there. You feel me? Like I done had moments where I jump off the top rope and can't even hit somebody. Like the fuck?
They got Gunther at 90. So Gunther has the same rating as Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther got the same rating as Jey Uso.
Yo, Gunther should
Ah,
be at 96. That nigga don't even lose. That nigga
you know
Gunther
what's
doesn't
funny
even lose.
about
Listen to
ratings
that.
though?
Barely loses. Like,
You said that he shouldn't lose.
no, he doesn't. He rarely loses.
Yeah,
Like, Gunther rarely loses. He probably lost once. I only seen that nigga lose like once. Like, who beat Gunther? When the last person beat Gunther? Like, straight up.
Cody.
Cody beat him. Sammy beat him.
But I know what you
What's
mean though, like a real
Sammy
convincing
beating?
for the
Well, I'm be
for the
like, when
belt.
they space, I don't know. I feel like he don't lose. He don't lose often. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Gunther to me, like the way Gunther walked out, like on Saturday, like business, like he's not. That's not no 90. Like that
Nah,
dude right there is not no
he's not.
90. You know what I'm saying?
Montez Ford has the same rating as Omos.
The thing about these ratings,
Your rating is disgusted at what he's learning.
I
He's
they made
am.
these shit.
I
They
am.
made these shits
I
like
better cut the shit off.
they made these shits before WrestleMania 40 came out.
yeah.
Hyper
Definitely.
Niven has a higher rating than Montez Ford.
Wow. She doesn't even win.
But I ain't gonna
Hyper
lie,
nigga.
sometimes it feel lazy. I don't know why they can't.
Montez definitely don't got this game. I know that.
But his wife does.
Man,
How you
like
gonna have
them.
him as a 76 and Piper as a 79? Hold on. What's Chelsea's rating at?
Oh, the regular Uncle Howdy's a 82, and then with other version, the DLC version, 87.
I'm glad we went down this rabbit hole to figure this shit out, cause yeah, this is we need to start tagging WWE on this. Like, y'all need to update. Y'all need to make this shit a weekly
Hashtag
thing. Like,
fix your shit.
yeah, hashtag update your shit. Like,
Do you think they should have so many different characters, or they should have one character, and you should
mm,
be able to pick the different versions of their years? Because sometimes I don't know what's the point of having like,
mm.
oh, Roman Reigns 2024 and Roman, like, nigga, it's still 2024.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You right about that, HD. Like, it's
Right.
certain shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, cause like I'm a gamer. That's like you a gamer. So like when I did have the 2K game,
Your joint
I remember
breaking up a
like when
little
you
bit. You
pick a
can hear me?
character, it's like 7 versions now of this nigga. But it's like,
Yeah.
yo,
Nah, yeah, we can hear you now. Yup, you
like,
said it's 7 versions of them. First it was breaking up.
it's 24. This nigga, one he got a shirt on, when he don't have a glove. It's like it's too much, bro.
One's a red glove, one's a black glove, one's a gold glove.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt with the
Right. Then
NWO
you got
black
that
and red
community Chris
shirt
trying to
on.
make an exclusive version of the nigga, but it's not even really his version. So it's like you're not even. I don't know.
And
They
then
even
it's
got
like,
Xavier Woods' created character from Up Up Down Down on the show.
yeah, which one? Zero
Yeah,
or yeah?
but yeah, they got Chelsea Green as a 75.
What's
It
Braun
should
Strowman's rating?
He's like an 80 or something like that.
that shit should be an Easter egg. Like when you click on the different characters outfit, okay, now the different entrance and shit. Not like I need a whole different character for that. Like crazy.
Braun's a 82.
82, Braun Strowman 82.
Braun Strowman's a 84.
Yeah, Bronson. Oh, Bronson's another guy that need to get his rating. Like Bronson Reed, rating should be up at an 86, 87, 86, 87. Like he went ballistic.
They got Mello at 81.
Is HD talking? Because I can't hear him if he is.
Nah, I'm listening to
Nah,
y'all. I was looking for Stardust. They got Stardust at 74.
HD, you over there cooking patelas, nigga, at 11?
Nah, that's somebody doing construction on my neighbor's bathroom. They going crazy over there. Yo, Razor, that man done went crazy on his bathroom again. I don't know what happened this time. That damn neighbor.
I'm screaming.
You can hear that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Chat, pardon me. We got some construction going on in the background. I'm gonna mute up while my brothers get theirs off, and then I'm gonna unmute when it's my time to talk. Oh man, that's hilarious.
They got Kyrie at a 78.
I just want to say Nia Jax, even though she's an 86, she should be a 96. I'm just saying.
They got Nathan Frazier as a 75. He's got to be at least in the mid 80s.
Jade Cargill debut coming in at an 85. I like that for
They got your boy Ricochet at tier to 81.
her. Why they violated Nikki Cross? Made her 62.
They got they got Rikishi as a 79.
What do you feel Rikishi's overall should be?
At least the same as Scott Steiner's, which is an 83.
Fair.
I mean, shit, they got Shane McMahon at a 79.
When was Bret Hart? When was Bret Hart ever at 83 overall?
Usually, he's been one of those that's been like the high 90s, 80s, maybe low 90s. Usually,
They got Bret Hart 1992 version, 83 overall. That's quite disrespectful. Was he not a world heavyweight champion by then?
correct. They got '09 Shawn Michaels at 93.
Yeah, this game slapped Bret Hart real quick because they put Shawn Michaels from 1994 at 85 overall. I'm not gonna lie, Bubba Ray Dudley though, I mean, 85. Are we talking like cause of tag?
And they got Umaga as at 86.
Remember, folks, I'm here. I just gotta go on mute because they out there wilding. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was that bad that y'all could hear that shit. They over there picking up steam, doing things they weren't doing yesterday. You see what I have on the screen?
Yes, sir. One of the few things we didn't get to just yet.
Does this potential person we're gonna speak about make it into WWE? And will be and just to make fair notion and mention because it's video game related, will be one of the few characters to be in both games, AEW and WWE. We
Is
currently
he in
have
Fight
Cody.
Forever?
Yeah. Or am I wrong? 'Cause I think
I
you
mean,
might be right. I think he might have been one of the ones that they took out late.
I never bothered to get the game even when it was free on PlayStation, so I couldn't tell you to be honest.
Really? Really? I thought
I
you would have
never.
had that shit. Wow.
Why would I give them my publicity?
Just because it's a fucking class. I gave it mine because it was a classic wrestling game made by
The game don't even
THQ.
work.
It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I can't front. But it was
You,
too
you,
much like there was no payoff. Like the story mode was kind of ass. People cheated online. Like, bro, I was like 10-0 before I took my first loss to a cheater, bro.
it came off as like an old N64 game in 2024.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like to me that wasn't really a problem because there's so many other games that's kind of modeled off of like for example, they just re-releasing like Ninja Turtles and all of these things that got the old left to right format. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it wasn't that serious, but I guess if you're looking at it to compete with WWE, then yeah.
But I mean, I would assume he may be at least on 2K25 as a late DLC edition or even early DLC. Him and his brother, assuming that this is who the teaser was about.
Mhm. I'm trying to look up the actual roster, but the fucking game got me on like this weird page. Like THQ Nordic is like weird. Fuck,
Because they don't know who's on the damn roster.
right? Like fucking just showing me pictures and what is this mini games and shit. Fucking, you can't even make this shit up. Let me show you this shit. This is what I fucking see when I come to their fucking. This is probably the most accurate shit too, right? Look,
What website is that?
the official website for the game for AEW's game. Look, Moxie with a fucking Molotov.
Okay, he is in the game. I'm looking at the roster right now.
So that'll be Cody, CM Punk, Penta.
This what the names? Andrade.
Mm, that's right, Andrade. What about Spears? Is he in the game?
He no.
Mm,
Also Jade.
Jade, that's right.
And that'd be it.
I think that like to me it's not nothing crazy, but it's something unique because it's like imagine seeing that back in the day where imagine like if Undertaker was in No Mercy and then next thing you know he's in WCW versus NWO. You know what I'm saying?
You know
64.
what's funny about this? Even though this game is a couple years old, even back then, this isn't even in their full roster.
Yeah, they still updating. But I know what you mean though. Like they made the game with like half the roster. But I was looking into it. What happened? We doing the show, the Raw recap for yesterday because I wasn't alive yesterday. Nah, yeah. Chat, my brother Cap called me. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have brothers that check on you. I wasn't alive yesterday, man. I see you getting right with that. I got mines right here too, bro. Cheers. Cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck happened to her? What happened to the bunny?
But we almost done. We at the tail end. We've been on for 2 hours, so you could if you want to pop in. I think I'm on YouTube. I'm not on. I'm on YouTube and X, and Razor's on his Twitch. Yeah, we was dotting up some things on the wrestling game because we trying to figure out how some people in the game some people are rated higher than others, but in real life it's not like that's not the
Tell
same
what it is. We
thing.
talking about how whack the rating system is.
Oh yeah, he knows that because he plays this shit. That's who be busting my ass in WWE Cap. You hear him, right? He said that shit drives me. Yeah, he fucking puts their attributes up. Rightfully so, though. I
Oh,
do
you
the
one of
same thing.
those?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, nah, I ain't gonna lie. It depends. I'm more of a year purse. If y'all gonna do it like y'all not gonna give us the updates throughout the year, it's the type of year you had. JD McDonough, they should have not put him last year. I think in the game he was like a 76 or 74. They dropped him down to 71 with no good reason.
hey, why they get Matt Hardy the Rihanna 5 head?
Yeah, they did bad with that. Yeah, I mean that's the part where they need to update. Like it's made by NBA 2K, not directly by, but they share the name.
Similar
So
developers.
yeah, similar.
They,
So it's like you
they
can't
got your favorite referee in the
share
game too.
without the lipstick.
Now this lipstick,
Okay, not that purple, not the one that they used to complain about. Remember when she used to wear colors and they used to get mad?
she
The
got eye
pants.
colored eyeshadow, lipstick, yeah.
Now I'm gonna be honest. The game to me was like, how can I say? It's like the Fortnite of wrestling games.
I'd say more like Roblox.
There you go. I mean, like that shit got a big following too, right? Like whatever's the alternative to as real can get. This ain't like I'll compare WWE to like if you playing Call of Duty and Battlefield. But if you want that wonkiness, just riding on skateboards or just using all kind of crazy, like the death match is kind of fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The barbed wire cage shit where the ropes is made out of barbed wire, I like that match. The exploding ring match, that one is
hmm
fire.
I'm screaming. They only got one member of the Dark Order in this game,
Oh,
John Silver.
I think it came down to like a lot of it was capturing the moves. They rushed this game to come
They
out.
all do the same shit.
Nah, but it was like it was something that they didn't. I don't know. It was something they rushed that they couldn't capture everything. Like it was almost FTR. That's why FTR was added as a DLC. It was like
Why
some
they got
weird
Brian
shit.
Cage's mouth big as hell?
Yeah, looked like a real PS2 Def Jam game right there.
For real. And Tony Khan plans to release more AEW video games.
I think that was bullshit. I think he just said that to say that because when I looked into the statement, it was like, yeah, we plan to do that in the near future, but we're focused on making Fight Forever the best. So it's like, what if you AEW go out of business? Like, you're not making no games. That's just it sound good to say for
It's
the
just one
future.
big pipe dream. That's all it is.
Yeah, yep.
And in his mind, everything he says is going to be uplifting and positive for folks. And it's just like you don't have an actual plan.
You don't.
Now, if you say we're working on improving the X, Y, and Z, it's a different story. But for what you're doing right now, it's bullshit.
How many companies we've seen get bought out over the like? If I'm looking at, yes sir, we said bring Def Jam back. Raven, my guy. Yes sir, Cap. Appreciate you, bro. Like if you're looking at, I'm looking at the sample size of all these companies. Even WWE got bought out for the right price.
hmm
Like if it's what's best for business, or you could sit there and do what other companies done and do things your way, and then when you run out of the funding for it, or whenever dad's check account stops, decided to fund it, it might be over.
I'm curious as to how much Warner Brothers actually owns AEW with this new deal.
Big companies are always gonna buy the small guys. That AEW feel like they the big company. They don't view themselves as a small company, as a small video. They really feel like they doing something with AEW Fight Forever. Like they don't even realize that like WWE just ran the lap around them with that last game,
Do you remember
and they
how
still
bad
got
that
people
TNA
playing.
game was for PS2?
Yeah,
That game was more playable than Fight Forever, and they had the full roster.
you ain't lying though. Storyline was more fun. Again, everything was more fun in that game. It's just when your competitor is WWE, it's like making an NBA game. Like you can't just come out here and make a Euro basketball game and expect to compete with the NBA. Or just like Big Three, Ice Cube's Big Three. They can't just come out with a game and expect to slap that 2K. Like,
And now it's at a point to where even as the ratings show, it's not even NBA versus G League; it's NBA versus a rec center league.
hmm and they didn't think about like I guess the cost to make the game or what they had to put in to get the companies to sign on. They should have probably went with a lower price tag for the game, like dropping it at $70 on like retail when it come out is kind of insane when a lot of people don't view the game as $70 worth,
Well,
especially
I
when you
mean,
got
I
free
get it
games like.
with the current market for video games. I get it, but you didn't have to release the game right away. Now, I don't know if that was Tony Khan's call. I don't know if that was Kenny Omega's call, but someone dropped the ball as far as the overall release.
It was the premature speaking about it. They should have never spoke about it. And when it
Well,
was
you could
time,
talk about it, just don't give a release date.
that was the problem though. People started wanting the release date. They tried
Okay,
that angle.
okay, and then that was their best medicine because that way, if you don't get the release date, you create the want for it. Then okay, fine. Then there's buzz and publicity, and that way that should motivate you to want to make this game as good as possible.
Then you know
Don't
what
just
happened too?
don't just bug it out and push it out when in the prototype stage.
They try to capitalize on. Remember that how Vince was kind of ruining WWE. Remember WWE had that bad year. I think it was what 2K22 when it was Roman and Becky on the cover that they went away for a year.
The 2020 was the bad game.
It was 2020. So then they went away for 2K21, right?
hmm
Boom. Come back 2K22. That's where AEW fucked up at. They try to rush that game out to capitalize on that, and then WWE. trajectory of video games started slapping. Like, oh nah, this is one of the best WWE games.
because again, what WWE did is what AW should have done. They should have just sat down, looked at what they had, and then work on everything little by little, which is what WWE did. They'd spent almost 2 years trying to unfuck whatever went wrong in 2020.
And they kept quiet because there was a lot of rumors. Are they gonna come back? Is it over? What they gonna do? People were shocked to not even get an annual video game from
Right.
WWE. That was how whoa that shit was. It was like, nah, we lost it. Like I thought. I'm be honest, like I got the goosebumps right now. The Rocks. Like if I would have thought and called it, I thought it was done for WWE games at that time. To be honest, non AEW fans don't give a fuck about a wrestling game. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
the fans don't
wrestling
even watch
games,
the product anymore. So what does that tell you?
and they gave the game away for free and still couldn't gain some kind of traction is tough. Cause
I
that's
mean,
when you know.
the Walmart by me, they're selling the hard copies for like $7,
Mm.
and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
And I was
Because
just mentioning too, Cap, like the reason we talk about this, cause also there's a few characters that was in AEW Fight Forever. 'Cause I consider AEW Fight Forever a current ongoing game. They haven't shut down the servers. They still uploading DLC. So to me, it's a current ongoing
they're
game.
still charging full price for the DLCs too.
Yeah. Word, you don't even get a discount on that shit. It's like they just put Adam Copeland in and want full price. Like, man, y'all better
Are they
cut
even
this
doing
shit.
season passes?
They were. I don't know. They say season 4. Like, if I go to like I'm still on that page. It says season 4, but I'm not sure if like what's the gets but they got World War Joe.
I remember for seasons 1 and 2, you had to buy the season pass and get the DLC character separate.
In season 3, they did a freebie for the fans, 10 new attire options.
Ooh,
I mean,
so you get Darby Allin with different color face paint or Aubrey Edwards with different makeup.
that's one. I'm gonna be honest. WWE slacks in that department of one alternate attires and giving you the amount of slots for them. Like when you go create a alternate attire, you can only probably make like 2 of them things.
No, you can make 3 different attire or 4 different attires actually,
All right, cool. Cause I felt like
and
when
that's been that for the last couple games. But also with in the Dota 2K games, they focus more on the different game modes than
what you saying nope,
customizations.
what you saying nope to Cap, you can't beat X just 2. I
I'm
know
pretty
why. If he's saying 4, I know why. Cause you could do the entrance outfit, the
yeah
ring outfit. So there's 4
yeah. So
slots.
I was counting that separately.
Yeah. In ring and out of ring, but 2 sets. Yeah, you can only do 2 sets, which to me is kind of whack. Like I wanted to make content on WWE like game, and I made Shawn Michaels the God attire, and then Undertaker's, and then I wanted to keep making more Shawns, and I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta either make this video and then delete this outfit, but I wanted to keep like it was just like a weird sitch, but it's a minor thing because you could just copy the superstar. But the one thing behind it on commentary, you don't get the same commentary if you don't do shit the right way.
Right.
Yeah. 2 sets, four total. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I knew what Razor meant because when I thought about it, they do got the 4 boxes there. And it's for, but that's even cool too. That's a start. And they let you change the colors and stuff like that. So it's a start. I just wish that it was more of a creation. Like you could go crazy. Cause it's cool to go down to community creations like Snake was saying, but I don't know, Razor, you heard that controversy, right? When they had banned Buddy because he was making too much fire content on WWE.
Hmm.
What's the status? Like they had packed Buddy up for making too much fire. I never heard of something like that. Like dude broke the game and they mad. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. They had to rewrite the whole terms of service because of that situation.
Well, if you think about it, if he's modding so much custom work, that's extra content for the game for free. That's not licensed by WWE.
Hmm. Yeah, bro, that shit was wild, and I'm like, damn, that was a win-win because that's putting more in my thoughts. I thought, like you said, they not really getting much from it, WWE, but they're getting more people on their game. Like even if it's somebody buying the game on discount, or you know what I'm saying, you just getting more people on it and talking about it. I thought that'd be a win, but they reverted the decision and unbanned homie, and they allow the people to do almost what they want on there now. You just gotta stay within the respectful lines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't go too crazy now. You said it's making them look bad? Yeah. No,
Well,
it is. Look, I was just talking to Bowie about this, right, Razor? Because I don't know why my brother got banned on PlayStation. But I think it sucks that we pay up to $500 for these consoles, and somebody could curse at you, say whatever. You play these games, and you can lose all your games for that. Now you got to make it
I'll say the
another
new PS5's coming out. They want 700 for it.
right. Like so, it's crazy that you don't even got ownership of what you can do with these games, what you want to do, and like it's just too much. Now I'm not saying you should have full ownership, but I'm saying like back in the day when there was no online process, you could almost do whatever after you bought the game, as long as you weren't reselling the game or making like direct profit off of a mod and shit like that. It was fair game.
So also, real quick, I have the ratings for or the numbers for Saturday night's main event.
Kick 'em.
They averaged 1.59 million viewers.
Mm.
They did as much as Raw. They topped out at 2.3.
That
So,
special served its purpose. It was a real good special, and it felt like that, like a special. Like it don't feel like something we should get accustomed to every Saturday. And when it's here, we don't know if we're gonna get this every year. Like, what if this was just for 2024, then the 24, 25, and then in 2026 we don't get these? We gotta enjoy it for what it is.
and so the show this past Saturday beat last week's Raw by 10%.
Mm.
So the 2.3 million is from TV rate viewers and from Peacock combined.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no disrespect to Raw and SmackDown programming, but it back in that quote unquote attitude era that people love to talk about, almost every Raw felt like must watch. Even the Monday Night Wars.
And folks gotta accept the fact that not everything's gonna may not get the attitude or numbers of 4 to 6 million people watching. That's just the nature of the beast and the lay of the land.
Yeah, that's a tough bargain right there. Like, there's some days better than others. Like, the best sports teams can't, like, they're not gonna bring in the same numbers on the network every night.
I mean, AEW hasn't hit a million in almost 2.5 years, probably.
Oh, it felt like that, right, Cap? Like, it felt like even if it was as little as Stone Cold coming out to stun Vince McMahon, and that might have been the highlight of Raw for that night. But if you went to school the next day and people were talking, and you like, whoa,
Everyone
how
was
many?
talking about it.
Yeah, like I- there's not too many. It's moments like I'm pretty sure this kid. Oh, Seth Rollins and CM Punk. You seen them square off? Like, but for like outside of certain, and that's not to say much because it's like the indictment is always on the young guys that complain. The young people always complain they don't get their shots. So why is it always the older ones on top, the more seasoned vets on top? Shit's not by accident. Like I'm tired of hearing that people want to leave stuff. Like I was telling Razor this earlier. People will get comfortable now with the idea. Oh yeah, I'm leaving WWE. I want to go to AEW. Or I'm going to Japan. Or I'm going to back in WWF. All those things existed. They just had different names. You could have went to Japan back when you was in WWF. You could have went to WCW. Some were going. Some were getting fired and making their name in TNA. Kurt Angles, Jeff Hardy's. The comeback stories. Some had no choice. The shit was a redemption road for some. Some now they just want to just leave and go, get paid over here. They're gonna use me more. They kind of using you the same. Like but the funniest shit, I don't know it, but I think it was like a comparison Cesaro has said about getting tired of used on the kickoff show, and they get used on the 0 hour on AEW. I'm like, that's crazy. Christian, like there was options back then. You could have went to ECW. You feel me?
So that mysterious teaser that appeared on Raw last night
Let's put it up.
has over 1.2 million views just on Twitter alone.
I think your theory as a zero cero miedo, it holds true. I got thrown off by it a little bit because it kind of gave me like a Viking, like when the Viking Raiders came back with their stuff, it was looking a little similar, so it didn't click. But
Right,
seeing
because
the
it's a
zero,
similar color font.
yeah, you feel me? So seeing that zero and then get struck out, yeah, I don't know what else, but Penta that can be.
Now again, he's gone by a few names: Pentagon, Pentagon Junior, Pentacero Miedo. I think he owns the rights to all of them. So which one's he gonna pick?
Mm, yeah, I can't wait. And if that's happening on Netflix too, it's interesting to see. Like, does he go after the LWO? Does he make Dragon Lee a target? Is there something like? Would you want to see him entangled with luchadors first, or would you want to keep him away and try to get him doing something else?
Honestly, just me being selfish, I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Braun out the gate on like an open
Mm.
challenge type deal.
You said, do we really care? You talking about this? You talking about this, Cal? Do we really care about Penta? I ain't gonna front. He cooks, bro.
Or do we care about what his name is?
Oh yeah, do we care about his name? I think he could rock any name because honestly, he's so nice that every time he changed his name, I really didn't care though. To be honest, he was
But
like,
but here's the
"Go."
crazy part.
I'm screaming.
His mask is probably gonna be the first mask to sell more merchandise than Rey Mysterio's because the mask looks that dope.
And his glove is gonna sell more than AJ Styles' gloves.
Hmm.
He's an
He's gonna
indie.
be a merch machine.
You said hell no? Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
Just wait, Cap. Just wait.
It
Put it
could
on the
be a
docket.
run. You don't believe? You don't believe it? I'm screaming.
Just wait.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Like he has to be the aside from Andrade, I put him in Andrade and Alberto Del Rio, but those three, the toughest Mexican competitor. Eddie Guerrero too, of course, but I'm talking about like current time, like right now, like I'm talking about Penta, I'm talking about Andrade, I'm talking about Alberto. Those three in your face will snuff you. And I'm pretty sure there's more, but those are the three that's out there for me. That you know what I'm saying?
There's one more that's
A
in
Bull,
Japan
a
currently
Rush.
that
Okay, okay.
I'm
Simple.
willing to bet that Triple H has
Roosh.
his eye on.
Because Roosh is a hard headed too, so
Uh,
forgive me for
uh,
not saying your name. Roosh.
I'm not even counting him, but him too. But I'm talking about this gentleman named Daga.
Okay. I'm not
This man
familiar.
is, as he calls himself, Mexican strong style. Jack to the gills like Andrade. Probably almost. I'm willing to bet he's almost as stiff as Gunther.
Nah, yeah, Cap. I'm not gonna lie. Like Penta could do that flying around shit, but he a strong one too. Like he gives you a
Pento
blend of
stand and
both.
bang.
Yeah. He'll throw elbows with the best of them, both for both. Not gonna lie. And then it's just like he kind of gets into that no sell mode. That's the part I love about Penta the most. When he gets into no sell mode, like he'll take these strikes and then just get in the competitor's face, take the glove off, throw it at them, settle. Yeah, it's just a
and the
vibe.
fight's on.
He gets it, bro. He gets it. Like that's why I think he's different from the luchadors I've seen. Like he really gets it, bro.
And here's what's different about these crop of guys from like the luchadors from before. And not to be stereotypical, but a lot of them they speak pretty damn good English too, which makes them more marketable for the North American audience.
Yeah, 'cause that's a win-win right there. Like that's like Ray when he's able to talk on the mic. It's like, oh yeah. He said, but don't like cap. Yeah, nah. I don't like no selling in 2K. No selling in 2K is a problem. It make me go beat up the ref. Like nobody gonna win this match. Yeah, bro. Nah, I'm saying like watch. I'm pretty sure maybe because now we selling him so much, you gonna try to find things that's wrong. But if all goes right, this shouldn't be a disappointment signing. And then once he gets his brother over there too, it's gonna be lit. Like
Well,
I'm not
Tony
gonna
Khan's
lie.
trying to add more injury time to him.
Yeah, like and another thing, we like Dragon Lee. If anybody like Dragon Lee, you gonna love Penta. And if you don't like Dragon Lee, I understand why. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Penta, I think he better than Dragon Lee. Not to say Dragon Lee is trash, but it's just the way Dragon Lee's been
It's two
presented.
different styles.
Yeah.
Dragon Lee's stuck on that AEW style where it's a lot of high flying stuff.
Hmm.
Whereas Penta, Andrade, Alberto, even Dog in Japan, they it's like in their minds, yeah, they can do all that stuff, but they know that there's other elements to the game as well.
They don't know how to use them dudes. Yeah, cause like Razor was just saying, but it's also their problem too. Like, if you got a luchador, most of them like I'm be honest in fairness, like when they bring in Super Crazy and all them from the WCW area, from the WCW era, they was nothing more than like that cruiserweight division. These
Or
guys that we're mentioning, these are heavyweight. Like they can be tag team. Penta got his brother, but on his own, Penta's a individual banger himself. Like.
or even with that, like even the original Sin Cara, who's not mystical, he Vince fired him because he refused to learn English, not even
Word,
try
word.
to learn.
And in reality, he ain't even like the way they had used the Oscar. They didn't even really need that. Or you could have had him like how Alberto had his personal ring announcer. Like there's ways to work around that, but fuck it, right? Fuck it. He went against the grain. He ain't do what was asked of him, so we got to get you out of here. I mean, they kept him around, but it didn't do him any favors that he had a bad few sequences in the matches but I also heard I don't know if it was true, I don't know if it was from him, but like the lighting could have been what was causing a lot of those mishaps. And remember they were putting the lighting weird for them Sin Cara matches.
I mean, but also, I mean, it could have been the way he designed his mask as well.
Hmm.
And
I just felt
also
like
like
they had him designed to fail, bro. Had the man jumping off a trampoline in the middle of the yellow darkness with a like a
no,
maybe misfit mask. Maybe that's on him too, right? It's
yeah.
on all of them.
But it's one from a business standpoint. Like if they wanted to book you as essentially the next Rey Mysterio from a marketing standpoint, and you're just like, well, I'm not going to learn English,
Bro, they
and
had something going with the Evil Sin Cara
yeah,
versus like, bro, that was low key Dragon Ball Z shit before it happened. That was
right.
Goku Black before Goku Black. G shit. We had Blue Sin Cara versus fucking Goku Black. Goku Sin Cara. Like shit was crazy. Black Sin Cara.
Just like we had the fake Canes, the fake Undertakers.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I was so convinced that the real Sin Cara was under the black mask. But it ended up being Unico.
Don't forget your boy Camacho.
Man, yup. Can't forget Tonga Macho. Man, new legendary. They don't know what to do with them. Name one, not Ray. Ray was
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero. You know what they doing with Dom right now is great. I mean, maybe that's because that's Ray's son, but I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, there was a lot of people. That was a lot of people's sons that didn't fizzle out. Curtis Axel, Ted DiBiase Jr. You know what I'm saying? There's a few others that just because they was somebody's kid, they didn't really fizzle out. I think Dom is another one that gets it. Even when he was a baby face, he played baby face really well. He made us feel like, damn, this kid is a kid. And then once he transitioned to heel, we started to hate the fuck out of him. You mean mask
But
guys? Okay,
but
yeah, nah.
but back to this segment or this phrase that they don't know that regime ain't there anymore. Them folks is long gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Now it's on trips. Now it's cause now we can't say Michael Hayes. We can't say Bruce. Like, yeah, it's really on. It's on trips now for real. And so far he hasn't been disappointed. I just
I mean, there's been a couple hiccups, but again, there's always gonna be road bumps.
yeah. No, I mean like for the luchador standpoint, I mean I don't know what we can really do to like. I mean we've highlighted Andrade, we've had Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio fighting for the
Well, I'll
tag
say, I mean,
belts.
I'll say the jury's out on Dragon Lee, but that's kind of
I think that's more on him.
yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
Like his ring gear look weird and shit. Like no funny shit for the type of style of mask he got. He should be wearing Rey Mysterio kind of gear or pants. Like that I don't know. He just wearing like wrestling tights is kind of crazy. Not gonna
And
lie.
his gears look like his brothers.
Yeah, like he need to fix that shit. Like look at Andrade. He wear pants. Rey Mysterio wear pants. I'm not saying maybe he trying to be different and not wear pants like them, but like nah, I mean maybe you got to do what work sometimes, bro. Like
He's trying to be too much like Roosh,
yeah,
whose gear tries to be like somewhat like Tetsuya Naito's in New Japan's, with the tassels on the boots and shit like that.
yeah. And for Roosh, I think it worked good because he's like
He's big as hell.
yeah, he's the Blanco Toro, like the white bull, like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying so for him, it's like it go for me. But for Dragon Lee, I'm struggling to identify what's your shtick here. Like,
And also, what I've noticed with Dragon Lee over the last few years is he hasn't necessarily been the same ever since he had this one match with Hiromu Takahashi, to where because he used to do this thing where he has someone like a powerbomb position, kind of cradle them toward like their heads kind of leaning with his head and just like drop backwards. So it kind of like a package pile driver, but from a powerbomb standpoint, you're just dropping backwards,
I hate to
and that
say it, Cap. Mhm.
and that
No, go
kind
ahead,
of
Ray.
broke Hiromu's neck, and ever since that little hiccup, whatever, he's been very gun shy about everything.
I just think it's the style. Like for me personally, just an old school watching. The perfect story that can be told is David versus Goliath. We don't
Right.
need a yeah, like you don't really need to jump down to JBL, Eddie or stuff where they crossing borders and wilding and all of that. Yeah, you feel me? Like, all right, but we could go down to David versus Goliath. Like for most part, most American competitors are the big size, strong fellas. Like we see it with Braun Breaker. Hell, even Gunther's a big powerhouse, and he's not from America. You feel me? Like you got Roman Reigns, a big powerhouse. Like so, I think it could be the David and Goliath story. If you put him in with a Cody, it could be more of an endurance story, stamina, going bell to bell. Like it's just a few things. But yeah, in terms of like a family story, like you would have to really embrace that, like they did with Eddie and Ray. You got to be able to really embrace it and say, "Yo, we jumping down some hoop. Like we got to make this shit real." That's why I think Rey Mysterio and Dom worked for as long as it did. Like, and why Rey Mysterio is so successful now. He's probably the only masked luchador that they know how to curate a story around Rey Mysterio, bro. And Rey Mysterio knows how to. He lends himself and his family to the WWE, bro. He's so
Well,
lending. Like,
It's
and he
like
knows.
Michael Cole dubbed him back in the day. He's the biggest little guy.
Hmm. I feel most mask guys should start out as heels. They have a mask hiding who they are. I mean, either or. I feel like Rey Mysterio to me was the, like you saying, the mystery. Like that was whole Rey Mysterio, the mysterious king. Like that was his illusion. You wanted to know who Rey Mysterio Jr. was. You know what I'm saying? Some, like I'm saying, I don't know what Dragon Lee shtick is. Like, are you a Mexican that loves Japanese culture? Like, what's with the? I don't understand what's going on
That's
here.
basically it. At least with Ray Phoenix, he kind of says the Ray came from Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, like, and it makes sense. Like most of Ray's gear had crowns on it. Like you might think, like if you're not Spanish, like you think Ray is the, like a name like Ray, for Ray do be names. Ray is like, my middle name is Ray, but it's spelled Ray, not Rey. Because if you Spanish that and you spell King, it's spelled Rey. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of like gimmick, and Rey Mysterio did great with his. Everybody, and Rey Mysterio was like you said, they look up to him. So it's hard to kind of do your own thing. So I think Alberto Del Rio was special. Andrade, even though Andrade had Santos Escobar, I think they don't be knowing what to do with Santos. Santos is, yo, to me, Santos could be leading the whole revolution.
I feel he'd be best suited away from his faction, just riding Dolo.
Him and the girl, Carmen, she's
Electra.
fire. Yeah. Like you just have her as eye candy, because even if they not dating, that's gonna you gonna like that makes him more hated. Damn, and he got a fire joint next to him.
Hmm.
Like, damn, bro. Like all the guys is gonna hate that they not him.
But that's kind of why they're that's kind of Dom shtick already, technically.
Facts. It is. Copyright infringement. HD setting them up. Santos is nice. He give me set vibe. Bro, I'm telling you. And then Santos got that. He did it once on NXT. I don't know if he's did it on the main roster. When he dug into his heritage and he fought in his mask on NXT.
It hasn't been on the main roster yet, but again, given the right storyline and system, I think that could probably be feasible.
Yeah, because I think once you on the main roster, I'll be honest, I'm not looking at competitors to be playing nice. I think it's like we've been waiting for Finn Balor. Like, where that demon Finn at? Like, when are we gonna turn them gears into like seeing what these competitors can really do? Yeah, we went 6 months chilling with them, 8 months, almost a year for some. But when are we gonna let them get into that bag?
Again, when the time and the money is right.
Yup. And I understand that. And that's why I'm saying that I hope that for them, the wrestlers themselves, they got the patience. Someone to leave and like, I'm be honest. I think Ricochet, the end of his WWE run, even if it meant him getting smacked off the truck and almost damn near busting the back of his head on the concrete floor to Braun Breaker, getting put through the glass, that was more entertaining than whatever the fuck he's doing in the other side.
Yeah, and I guess I think that the Hammerstein this weekend or this week, it's gonna be Ricochet versus Osprey 2 in the Continental Classic.
Like, I felt like he was picking up steam over here with the whole, like, all right, he was beefing with Braun Breaker, so he got to become more gritty. He goes beefing with he's falling back into that just wrestling. Like, I don't see no character development there. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, one can make a case that if he stayed in WWE, he could be IC champion right now, and not Braun.
It could have been. And it's all about momentum too. Like you saying, it could have been. They had Braun lose to Jay.
But we'll never know with that.
It's that Finn run right now. Fun would be good path to start to see the cracks of Demon Finn. I mean, listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we're in 2024 entering 2025. I think I would like to see everybody like if we playing WWE 2K25 right now and I get to pick whatever the hell it is, Uncle Howdy and all of these characters, I want to be able to pick Demon Finn. Like we need to be able to let them go wild again, bro. I'll be honest. That's where I'm at with it because it's just gonna like we keep saying there's nobody to challenge this person or that person. I'm be honest, Demon Finn challenging Gunther might be crazier than just Finn Balor that we see right now challenging
Or
Gunther.
who's to say Netflix we don't get Demon Finn versus Uncle Howdy or Karrion Cross?
Mm. And I like the fact that we starting to see the YS6 again more. I feel like they had that cool down. I think it's good that this is happening again with them. Like you said, going in, we need all kinds of aspects of stuff on the wrestling program. That's what makes wrestling like I'll be honest, it's tough to watch a whole wrestling program where everything is just strictly wrestling. Like we need comedic relief. We need horror. We need you know what I'm saying?
It allows
Emotional
everything else to
tugs.
breathe.
Yes. So that by the time we get to Roman and the family, not everything on the roster feel like it got the same thing. Oh, everything's a family story.
And it doesn't feel like it's a chore to watch.
Yeah. That shit is tough when you got the kind of the same vibe throughout like weeks of programming where it's just like you said, no breathing time. Like, all right, we got time to laugh. We got time to, you know what I'm saying, feel certain things. Certain people might feel emotional that whatever Rhea Ripley and Dom not together no more, so now they hate Dom so much. Like we need shit like that. We need another thing too. Montez Ford, Street Profits. I don't know what to do with them, but hell,
Uh,
I'm taking I'm taking it the extra mile. We might have to send them to NXT then. If we not doing nothing like I
been
don't
saying
know.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. Something gotta happen because they might be the worst tag team that's a tag team in quite some time. In terms of win losses, in terms of like actually getting things done.
Hmm.
Demon Finn smoking DP, he really can't talk. I love it. Ford gotta go on his own. Bro, something gotta happen, bro. I gotta ask this question in a serious nature. And I understand one of them might be better. Is DIY really better than Street Profits?
No. Now, Tommaso Ciampa versus Montez Ford,
We
that
might,
could be
yeah,
up for debate.
right.
But if we're going tag team versus tag team, no.
Like I feel like the Street Profits, like I said, they're the more put together tag team. Motor City Machine Guns, I get them coming in and doing what they do too. But I still feel like at least Montez Ford, he got a lot of teams outmatched in his athleticism alone. And then you talk about Dawkins could come in and do the powerhouse stuff.
And he's sneaky athletic in his own right.
Right.
Now, if the only way I can see this being salvaged on the main roster is if we get DIY to to just be transitional champions and drop the belts to the Profits, and then we get the Profits versus the Machine Guns or even the Gorillas at Mania. I'm cool with that, but yeah, something drastic has to happen.
Yeah, I agree. Dawkins need a better body.
Hey, that man's been working on his body for the last few years.
But this is what I'm saying. Even with his body stature, bro, he's bigger than JD McDonough.
That's not saying much.
Like one clothesline should be
Again,
turning JD inside
aside from his
out.
head, most of the women are bigger than him.
Man. Even like they put together Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Now they grew on me as a tag team, but they just put them together and let them go crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably why they gave Austin Theory and Grayson Waller the belts.
But they figured out how to work on the fly.
Hmm I
But
mean,
AC,
since,
I
yeah,
was
go
just
ahead.
say, I can do this all on that long, but I got to get ready for my day.
Oh yeah, of course, my brother. So while you do that, I'm gonna just put this picture up and let them know that this is what happened at the end of Raw right here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cap y'all off right there. We talking about tag team divisions. Cap, these are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. They took that off the Judgment Day. Belts is off Purgatory. We can actually see what the tag team division on Raw can do now. Good win. I would look forward to them versus the Creed brothers, them versus AOP. I mean, they've already been in the ring with AOP, like, but it'd be good to see, you know what I'm saying, for the gold now, see what they can do against all these other teams. Put an actual story behind it a little bit if we can.
Maybe against Heel Day.
Man, wash them the fuck up. Let them know something. But chat, we gave y'all this. I hope y'all enjoyed it the next day. I enjoyed doing it. I felt refreshed. But next time we do it, we should be at our regular time slot coming up right after the show. But y'all let us know the feedback. What's better? What's clever for y'all? Y'all like the daytime, the morning, nighttime? We here for it all. You know what I'm saying? You see, my brother Razy came through. Got to go right to work. Not gonna hold him up.
Trying to
Raise
stay
any other
busy.
words? Yeah, raise any other words you want to say before we get out of here. I
And
hope you have a safe day, bro. Bless, bro, for real.
if you want to do a part two later today, I'm down.
We got NXT later. I mean, let's see if I ain't doing too much later, we could catch NXT and split some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just
I'm
hit me
down.
up to remind me, cause I'll be forgetting NXT. I gotta put that on my DVR to record too, cause that's the only one. Like if Raw started a little later, SmackDown, I could kind of catch up in the middle of the show by DVR. So, NXT is the only one I don't got, so I gotta set my shit for that.
And then
But we
also
gonna definitely try.
we still got them little side projects too to chip away at.
Oh yeah, come on. You already know that. We got some sidebar stuff for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Also, Chad, y'all got things some topics that y'all feel like we got to talk about. Breaking news going on around the wrestling community. Y'all let us know. We more than here to give y'all our opinions on that.
Or even stuff you want to hear us debate about. We're
Yup,
here for it all.
we here for the shits. But we gonna play that song for y'all, man. So my brother could get up out of here. Be safe, bro. Have a good day at work.
Think they
Y'all do the
lost the
same thing. Be
script.
safe.
We got some shooters.
Hell yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah, baby.
off the hip.
If y'all looking to find that, y'all go hit that QR code right there. I'm currently setting my DVR. NXT. Can I get the episode later?
Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight. Whether it's in the bloodline or corporate, walk me out the arena, big smile, or handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters, pow, it's off the hip. We got some shooters, pow, it's off the hip. Chilling at the head of the table where the bosses sit, stunning everything in sight. Whether it's in the bloodline or corporate, walk me out the arena, big smile, or handcuffed by officers. Hold on, wait, I think they lost the script. We got some shooters, pow, pow, it's off the hip. Pow, it's off the hip. Chilling at the head